It's Friday night, and it's time for football. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sunnyvale Raider Field. Tonight, what may be the most monumental game at Raider Stadium in the history of the program. The Sunnyvale Raiders come in at number 6 in the state. The Pleasant Grove Eagles come in at number 2. This is an absolute battle.
You know, David, been doing this a number of years, coming to Raider Stadium, and I think this is the first time that we do have two teams ranked in the top 10 coming in, definitely in Conference 4A. And Pleasant Grove and some of the programs from East Texas have always been the gold standard when it comes to Conference 4A Division II. And tonight the Raiders are going to have an opportunity to really measure against them.
Absolutely. That's the old ball coach, Doug Williams, joining me here in the booth. Of course, we have Brandon Krauska running some stats as well as giving us some color commentary as well. Buck Baskin doing producing. We have several things going on. Nikki, again, is running our camera as well as a second camera that we may or may not be debuting tonight, but quite frankly, it doesn't matter because we got great football. And the Sunnyvale Raiders starting to get a bit healthy. Just look at the captains themselves, Doug. That is Austin Helton, Drew Gardner, Kaysen Maupin, and number 23 back, Jaden Peanut Cross.
Yeah, great to see Peanut dressed out. You know, he had a few weeks ago, I'd seen him actually in the weight room, and he said, Mr. Williams, I'll be back for Pleasant Grove, and sure enough, he is.
He is.
And what he's going to bring to the team, I don't, it can be measured in stats. He is able to move the ball carrier, but he is a big piece of the heart of this team.
No question. Well, tonight's crew is out in the middle waiting for the captains for both teams to come out. Pleasant Grove still waiting, actually in the end zone, praying actually. The referee is waiting. That is Richard Campbell. The umpire is James Johnson. Those two waiting out of the middle of the field. The head linesman tonight is going to be John Corey. The line judge, Wesley Johnson. The back judge, Larry Guillory. Kevin Cochran, the field judge, and Herbert Flowers, the side judge. This is a Dallas crew, and so tonight got some good football and some fantastic opportunities for both of these teams to show up and show out and see who performs better tonight. And few keys to victory. You want to hear from Coach? We got that available for us. Let's hear from Coach
Stuts.
Coach, I know, who am I talking about? Coach Cody Stuts here on the Raider Media. We're here on Raider Media with Coach Cody Stuts on the Coach Cody Stuts show, and Coach Stuts had to be pretty happy with what you've seen the last couple of weeks from the Raiders.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great start to the season. Could not be more fired up. We've been waiting a long time to get our comeback versus Van. It was just a great night, great crowd, and we're pretty fired up about how it all went down.
So you look, first of all, at the Caddo game. We didn't get a chance to talk about it last week. You had to feel pretty good, particularly how the Raiders played for, the first 3 quarters of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Caddo, a lot of respect for their program, a lot of respect for their coaches. Third time we played them in a year. It took us a hot minute to get going, but by the third quarter we were rolling. Went up 42-14. Was able to get some kids in there, and good program win across the board. And so always a chance we could see them again in the playoffs. So it's a great night for sure.
And then, of course, speaking of seeing somebody 4 times in a year or 4 times in 2 years, that could happen again with Van this year. Talk about the Van Vandals and that victory. You had to feel really kind of like that was maybe your most complete game of the season.
Lots of respect for Coach Moffitt. He is truly my favorite coach in his program. I love watching their team. They play hard. They are tough. They're well coached. And man, we penciled this one in for our blackout night, home game, great crowd. But we could not be more fired up how our kids started. They emptied the tank. Man, it was just a good night, and so we're fired up. Great chance that we can see them again, second or third round of playoffs, so pretty cool.
Of course, one of the things you had to be pleased with was looking at how physical the Raiders played, both really the last 2 weeks, but you have to feel good about what you've seen and that mentality. How has that come to be for the Raiders?
Yeah, we have not always been physical. It's taken a while to get here. I think playing physical teams makes you naturally physical, and playing soft teams makes you soft. And so we scheduled hard, and we've been trying to improve and get better. Our kids are keep swinging away, and so we got another challenge tomorrow night, and there's no doubt we'll be ready.
No question about that. When you talk about playing quality opponents and physical teams, Pleasant Grove comes in, the number 2 team in the state, and really it's not even close between 2 and 3. As far as the rankings are concerned, how are you keeping the guys kind of focused, knowing, hey, look, here's number 6, number 2 matchup? How do you keep them focused?
Yeah, man, we don't even talk about the rankings. Our kids probably know it, but, we don't talk about it much. This is our third time to play PG. We played them in 2019, round 3 of playoffs, played them last year. This is our third time around, and typically third time around it usually takes 3 games for us to get adjusted to the physicality and the speed of teams. And this year we are ready. I feel like they're gonna have to travel on the road this year. They're ones that have to come into Sunnyvale. We're getting some kids back that haven't played. We're coming in fully armed, and we're gonna swing away.
Well, so it is a great opportunity for you to see PG last year going all the way on the road to have to play them at their place. This year, it's a much older team, although a couple of their star players no longer are with them. What can we expect to see from this PG team that's different than last year's?
Yeah, man, they're explosive. They got receiver core that's really good. They got a moving quarterback, Division I quarterback, I believe from White Right. We played them in 7-on-7 this summer. We know what their speed is. They're physical on defense. I want to say they give up a little over 30 points for the entire season. So they play great defense. They're kind of all over the place on defense. Their offense, man, they have this physical mindset that they want to get downhill and run the football. And that's kind of carried over through the years with them. They're a well-coached team. Coach Gibson has a state championship. He has some well-coached teams, and it's going to be a great night.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a couple of nice wins and a 4-0 start. Let's see if the Raiders can make it 5.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
That is Coach Cody Stuts joining us here on Raider Media, and we'll be back right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. For Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Back here at Raiders Stadium, it is a big game tonight between the Sunnyvale Raiders and the Pleasant Grove Eagles. The Hawks. Did I call them? I called them Eagles a while ago too, didn't I? You're right, the Hawks.
The Hawks.
We played them several times. Had a great talk tonight. You heard Coach talk about this earlier. Coach Stuts was talking earlier and saying that the Raiders last year able to get the monkey off their back with Gilmer after losing a couple consecutive times, and then after 3 consecutive losses to Van, the Raiders got that monkey off their back, and there is one team left with multiple wins over the Raiders that the Raiders have not beaten, and that would be the Pleasant Grove Hawks.
Yeah, a classic game in the playoffs in 2019. Pleasant Grove went on to win the state championship, and honestly, that Raider team, led by Trip Makeda, Devin Sterling, really played them better than anyone did that year, but fell in the 3rd round of the playoffs, and then, of course, last year in Week 5 at Pleasant Grove.
So here's the kickoff for the Raiders. A little pooch kick. They're going to be landed at the 25-yard line. Tackle is made at the 37. Not expecting that, honestly, were you? I was expecting a little more leg there from Pendiala.
It is risky. Normally he will put the ball in the end zone, but if he doesn't, then you are kicking to 2 dangerous return men for Pleasant Grove. So the staff opts to pooch kick, and Pleasant Grove sets up on the 35-yard line.
35-yard line, 1st and 10. The quarterback comes in. Number 16, Colt Yancey, is the quarterback standing to his left. These are going to be tough. These are going to be tough numbers to read here.
Gold on white.
Here's that outside race over the left side. Raiders there quickly. Nice job there by Helton getting through first and slowing him down, and then everybody else, his friends, finish him off, including Brady, Brady Woolston, and number 7. Man, I don't have the thing in front of me here, so I got a Rashad Grant.
Yeah, so fly sweep that time. handed the ball to Richardson coming around, and really nice job by the Raider defensive line setting the edge, and it's second and 9 now.
2nd and 9, 2 receivers the near side, 1 to the far side. Last time was bunched up. Colt calls for the ball, looks over, wants to throw the out route. There's a man open. This is the Baylor commit, Jamarian Richardson, both two-way starter. It'll be up 3rd down and 2, and it's a big play early in this game.
Yeah, 3rd down 2. That time they ran an RPO, and Yancey decided to pull it down and hit Richardson in the flat. But a nice job by the Raider defense coming up and rallying. Braden Bolds there on the corner secured the tackle to set up this 3rd down play.
So 2 receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near. Yancey with the feature back standing to his left. Calls for the ball, turn, looks over left side, is going to throw it. That ball's going to be complete. Raiders make the tackle just a yard past the line of scrimmage. Nice job there by Walker making that tackle, but it is enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, ran a fast screen that time out to the left, and Grayson Walker came up from his safety position. Nice secure tackle, short gain on the play, but PG does get the 1st down.
2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Colt Yancey calls for the ball, turn, fakes it to his back, throws out a tunnel screen. This hurt the Raiders last week against Van, and a nice tackle here by number 22, Austin Helton.
That time just flipped it out to Walker Wright. Fast screen to that side. Good block. Sprung him for some yardage. And Pleasant Grove right now, they are content to just really work the ball under a lot of their screen game. And you've got to expect a shot down the field, but they have been successful so far.
2nd down and 4. Bunch formation either side. Colt Yancey claps his hands, looks over, wants to run the sweep over that left side, and the Raiders are going to drop him for a loss here. Nice job by
that was
number 1.
Yeah, that was Helton that time.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, coming through, knifing through from his linebacker position. Went back to the same play they opened the game with, and that time the Raiders hit him in the backfield. Now you've got a 3rd and 6, David. You hold him here, and for maybe less than 2 yards, you got to think Pleasant Grove might be thinking punt.
They have a very good defense. 2 receivers wide side, 1 to the near. H-back for Colt Yancey. Yancey calls for the ball, turn, fakes it, doesn't throw the out route. This one's going to be caught up in front of Bowles. Bowles is going to is going to secure the tackle, it looked like, and that ball is, nope, it was secured.
Yeah, 18, Camden Harris on the catch for the Hawks. Just ran about an 8-yard stop route, needed about 6, got 2 yards past the 1st down marker. And Yancey's incredibly accurate. You know, even on the fast screens, you want that ball thrown upfield, and just noticing so far, he's been spot on with every pass today.
So ball's on the 37-yard line. Raiders making it difficult on Pleasant Grove. Last week did the same thing to Van. Van able to convert quite often. Let's see if the Raiders can stand tall here to start the game.
There's your
Colt
shot.
Yancey's going deep this time. Boy, this one's going to be way up the field, and that ball is going to be incomplete. And a nice job there by Becker, covering the 4-star recruit.
Yeah, really nice job by Becker. He was running stride for stride with him, and the ball was put exactly where it needed to be, but Richardson just had to stretch out a little bit, and the ball falls incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. You feel like that. I'm surprised at how little Pleasant Grove has run the ball, Doug.
Well, now I have 2. Raiders only have 5 in the box.
Yeah, it's not like they're cramming that box here. They are going to run the out again. This one's going to be, looked like it was going to be a catch, and then a tackle for no gain. But number 18 again, Camden Harris bounces off of a couple of Raiders, and
well, a lot of it's predicated right now. A lot of it's predicated off what Sunnyvale is doing. Really, what you've seen is not called runs, but the RPO scheme, the run pass option, and because of the Raiders' alignment that they are playing their secondary back, they're just taking the underneath ball and completed that time for a 1st down and a nice run after the catch.
Yeah, that was not the tackling you want to see for sure. Here, right up the middle, goes the tailback for the first time. He's going to get about 7 yards. And that is, give me that number there, Doug.
Yeah, just looking at the numbers, looked like number 13, Nick Bells, with his first carry on the game. Did you get 13, Brandon?
Yes, yeah, that's his first.
Picked up about
and
7.
Another couple guys, they're really subbing in and out, getting some fresh legs in there quite a few times.
Well, they're going to probably show maybe they'll get the ball in, I would think, 8 or 10 of their skill kids' hands tonight.
2 receivers wide side, 2 to the near. Raiders are playing deep. They're just going to, it looks like, well, now they're going to just fake the handoff and throw it up underneath again. There's really, honestly, if you throw that ball accurately, there's 4 to 5 yards every time.
Yeah.
I mean, the Raiders, and I don't blame the Raiders for it. I don't know what else you do. You just got to stand tall right here on 1st and goal at the 10.
So the RPO concept, they've got a run play called, but if the quarterback likes it, they've also got the fast screen out there, and so he's taking that. Now the field condenses here, guys. You know, when you get closer to the end zone, 1st and goal, you're going to have to see them maybe do something a little different as they get closer, trying to get this ball in the end zone.
So 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Here turn, here's the handoff, tries to get outside. And that's number 13, tackled by, is that Walker? Yeah, nice job there by the sophomore.
The sophomore, Walker, comes up, stops him for about a 3-yard gain. And really, that was an open field tackle. There was a chance that
Bells.
I thought Bells might make the corner, put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, it did look like that.
Good secure tackle that time by Walker.
2 receivers wide side, 1 to the near. Some confusion in the backfield for Pleasant Grove Hawks. Raiders make a shift. Man in motion now. They're going to go to the left side. Raiders shifted the wrong way. But they make a tackle at the, 5.5, maybe 6-yard line.
Yeah, they again go back to their fly sweep concept. Picked up about 2, and so it's really third and goal from the 6 here for Pleasant Grove. That time Helton and number 1 Drew Gardner come up on the stop.
So 3rd down and 6. Raiders a little confused up front. A lot of
They're going to take
motion.
a timeout.
They're going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
After the Raider timeout, Pleasant Grove will have the ball on the 6-yard line. It's 3rd and goal from there. Big play right here, Doug. You feel like kind of setting the tone, depending on what you do right here.
Third down, they've seen this drive, and that's after 4 first downs. Half of them have come on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're making them work for it, and that's good. But you also get tired doing this.
Got single coverage out here to the right. Now they back a linebacker off.
Turn hands off up the middle. Going to be a big decision here for Pleasant Grove.
Oh, I don't think there's a decision at all. I think they're going for it
because their defense is so good.
Well, the defense is good, but also they're going to have the Raiders pinned back even if they don't get the ball in the end zone. And I think you go into this game, especially as good as the Raider offense has been, field goals aren't going to win it.
That's Brady Woolston that really was able to fill that hole and keep him out.
That's a great point. Yeah, he did a good job. Looked like he might have had a crease, Brandon, and Woolston closed it off.
Timeout Hawks. We'll take it with them here.
We got chess mats early.
Take it here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this. Back here in Sunnyvale, Texas, the Pleasant Grove Hawks have a 4th and goal on the 3-yard line. Raiders trying to stand tall here and don't normally feel this monumental this early in a ball game. And if you're the Raiders, you can't get down if it doesn't work out for you. But
yeah, good drive for Pleasant Grove. They've run about 7 minutes off the clock, and they're now looking at a 4th and goal from the 3.
Watch the bubble screen on that left side. That's not normally what you run here, but the Raiders are playing that safety way back. Going to turn, hand off left side. Here's the run, cuts back into the end zone, and the Raiders had him in the backfield, but unable.
Well, they got great penetration that time by Rashad Grant, but just a fantastic run by Bells. He saw it cut all the way back to the right, just over the center, and Pleasant Grove gets on the board first.
Well, Raiders have to respond. You knew you weren't going to score with no points, so. But then you have to play that vaunted defense. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it's true. And the new score, Pleasant Grove Hawks 7, Sunnyvale Raiders 0. We'll be back on Raider Media right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone. Dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong.
Well, here's the kickoff from the Pleasant Grove Hawks. It's going to be fielded. Actually, it's going to hit right at the goal line and go into the end zone and out over the head of Drew Gardner. And so with 4:46 remaining and the Raiders in a 7-point deficit, they will bring the offense out on the field for the first time.
Yeah, PG takes the opening kickoff, moves, 65 yards down the field. Great point by Brandon in just those third down conversions. And then that time, 4th and goal they convert. So, David, you talk about the vaunted PG defense, and they are talented. But this will be a homer statement. I don't think that they've seen an offense as good as this one.
Really?
Yes. And, Sunnyvale comes in averaging 35.5 points a game. You've got a quarterback that's already accounted for over how many touchdowns. And so this is going to be quite a challenge for this PG defense as well.
So man in motion. Now here's turn, hands off. Here is Jaden Cross, first carry of the season. He's going to get a couple of yards, maybe 5.
That's a typical peanut carry there. Not a whole lot going, but made a good run. Bounced it up. He bounced it once and then stuck his foot in the ground, picked up about 5 yards.
Second down and 5.
Had a player have to come off because of helmet, and there's a little bit of confusion for PG.
Moppin fakes the ball inside. He's got to throw it. He's in trouble here. No, gets away to the right side. Kedron Smith is chasing him. He's going to throw it away.
Yeah, great decision there by Moppin. He just felt pressure right up the middle right away by number 48. There's not a 48 on the roster, maybe 46. Zion Lewis, the nose guard. But the great decision was not really forcing anything. He just he threw the ball out of bounds to save the yardage, and but Raiders still have a very manageable 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5. Bunch receivers on the far side. That's Smith and Griffin. On the near side, we got Leonard. Here's the pass out to the near side to Grayson Smith.
Little miscommunication there. I think that Moppin thought that Smith might be checking up. Smith ran a wheel route, and ball's going to fall incomplete, and the Raiders are going to have to punt here.
It's one of those blitzes coming from that side, so I think Grayson has got to know to come out of that route a little bit quicker. Now, granted, that blitz came from inside, so not the start you want.
So Pindiala on to punt for the Raiders after only 5 yards on that first drive. Here's the snap and the kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 30-yard line. Raiders Grayson Walker
he
kind of ran into him, but not – honestly, wouldn't you say that was right at the line? I mean, like if he'd done any more than that, they might have called it. But good job by Grayson pulling up just enough to keep him going.
Held up. Just I guess he secured to make sure that he did fair catch. And so PG sets up on their own 32. Raider defense just came off the field. Yep. And so Sunnyvale goes 3 and out here. And what you want in that situation is you want to be able to keep your defense off the field a little bit, and Raiders come off that long drive and have to defend
so
again.
So you got Dalaba, Milligan, Brady Woolston, and number 13, Brandon Wright up front for the Raiders. Austin Helton at middle linebacker. Here's the snap, looks over left side, double move out into the open. Here is, oh my goodness, looked like Smith was going to have the interception, but but boy, just missed it. And what concentration there by number 10. You get that name? That is
Walker
Wright. That senior just amazing concentration. I thought that Smith was going to pick that ball, didn't you?
Yeah, deep crossing route that time. Smith picked him up in trail, but just a tremendous football. Yancey laid it just over Smith for the completion.
2 receivers wide side, 1 to the near. Here's the snap. Swing pass to the near side. That's backwards. That is backwards.
That's a backwards
pass. That is
pass.
a backwards pass.
Nope, they're going to rule it incomplete.
That was absolutely backwards.
Ruled it incomplete. Looked like really, really well played by Dalaba. He saw what was going on, flashed out there, and got there about the time the ball arrived. His alertness. I thought they had something set up on the perimeter, but just a really solid play by the junior defensive end.
So 2nd down and 10 now.
Trips this way, Raiders slide into the trip.
Now man moves over to the H-back position. Raiders shift, turn, hands off right up the middle. Raiders get a tackle. A nice job there by number 15, Dalaba.
Yeah. Dalaba again with a good play.
Yep.
He just a shoestring tackle. Looked like the PG ball carrier was about to break for decent yardage. And 2 good plays again by Dalaba force Pleasant Grove into a 3rd and 7. But you do have to figure this is 4 down for them.
3rd down and 7 now. Colt Yancey has been very good. I think, was that his first incompletion or his second? Brandon, do you know?
His second.
So 3rd down and 7, trips to the near side. No one in motion here. Yancey likes what he sees, throws that out route. Raiders have to come up and make the play. Let's see if they can finish. They finally do. A helmet comes off, but nothing weird about that. It's going to be 4th down and 6.
Yeah, 4th and 6 that time. Helmet comes off of the receiver,
Javion Butler.
Yeah, Butler, again, another fast screen concept. That time the Raiders rallied pretty quick. Number 10, Ivy comes up from the corner along with, I believe it was Walker from his free safety position. So 4th and 6. Now you can pretty much go ahead and say this is a big play in this game now.
No question.
You got to figure, in my opinion, you got to figure that he's going to be looking for Richardson, his all-everything receiver.
Yeah. Split far outside. He's manned up on Becker over there. That's to the near side. Wants to go deep. He's going to throw it to him in the corner. Here's Walker, and that ball's caught for a touchdown.
So
there was a point right there.
They are going to get taunting. It's going to be after.
Walker looked like he pulled up and got hurt on that play.
So what they did was they actually faked the fast screen. The blocker goes as if he's the inside receiver goes as if he's going to block. Then he turns up the field. Well-designed play, and I believe that was to Kellen King for the Pleasant Grove touchdown.
A medical crew is headed over there to look at Walker. I thought he pulled up, guys. I thought he was going to have a chance at that ball, and then all of a sudden it was like he lost a couple of steps at the end. And I think, well, we won't speculate. Let's go ahead and take a break here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. For Brad. the all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Toulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Well, Grayson Walker is the injured Raider, but a 28-yard touchdown pass on 4th down and 6. And Brandon, you were making a comment about that earlier.
Oh no, yeah, just 2 for 2, both of them for touchdowns. They've had
on 4th down,
right? So, had quite the night on 4th down.
Yeah, and that's happened to the Raiders quite a few times this year. 4th down has been a very difficult down for them, particularly in the Creekview game as well as in the Caddo game and here tonight. So here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is true. And the new score, Pleasant Grove Hawks 14, Sunnyvale Raiders 0. We'll be back on Raider Media right after this. Well, the 65-yard drive by Pleasant Grove is followed up by a 68-yard drive by Pleasant Grove, both of those converting on 4th downs for touchdowns. And Grayson Walker injured, pulling up before he was able to try to make the play in the end zone. So here's the approach and the kick after the 15-yard penalty for taunting. Gardner's going to catch it at the 10, to the 20, the 25. He's going to get to the 30, close to the 35-yard line. We'll call it the 34. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders.
Well, the taunting penalty after the touchdown really benefits the Raiders in field position. You know, before they caught the ball set up on the 25, and I think they I saw something flying. I thought there might have been a.
I thought that was too.
Flag.
Yeah, I think it was like a mouthpiece or a piece of tape or something on that far sideline.
So the Raiders will take over on the 34. It's important for the Raiders to answer now. They need a drive here.
So we got Griffin Harris, Grayson Smith. This is Harris in motion. Turns, going to keep it himself. Here's the pass out to Harris, and that one's incomplete.
Yeah, tried to that time. It was really a triple option look.
Yep.
And Maupin pulled the ball, tried to flip it to Harris, but he was getting pressure on the play by number 22, which caused the
an incomplete pass.
The pass to be incomplete. Buck Anderson that time for the Hawk defense.
So 2nd down and 10. Cross in the slot over there, and Smith is at tight end. Now Cross comes and stands next to Maupin. Oh, goodness. High snap, turn, hands off. Here is Jaden Cross over that left side. Able to beat a man around the corner to the 50. Keeps his head down, pops a guy, makes him pay for the tackle at the 48, and there's a little life for the Raiders on their first down.
You know, that's what we talked about. The play looked like it was doomed for failure, but Maupin was able to pull it down, and great run by Cross.
There's the snap, turns, hands off, cross over that left side. He's going to try to wiggle ahead for maybe 4. So once again, that's a nice play when you're able to do that.
With one of the things with Cross, he's got a lot of patience. He stays behind his blockers, sees where the hole is, and then makes good decisions. And 2 runs there have put the Raiders in PG territory.
Yeah, 45-yard line. Now Brown, the sophomore, comes in, stands to the left of Maupin. Here's the snap, turns, fakes it out there, now throws the out route. This one's going to be caught by Gardner. Gardner's going to be hit hard, but that's going to be enough for, I believe, a first down. Yes, it is. 1st and 10 Raiders at the 37-yard line. Now they're moving the ball.
Raiders with a little RPO of their own. That time, Gardner just runs an out. The defense is giving that up, and so Maupin takes advantage of it. 1st and 10, Sunnyvale.
Yeah, both guys off the line of scrimmage. Paul Griffin by himself on the far side. Now Gardner in motion, turn, looks over the middle of the field. Here's Maupin. He's going to keep it himself this time. He's going to make a man miss and get up ahead to the 30 or 20, what is that, 28-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, during his 2-year varsity career, Maupin has really shown the ability that when nothing's there, he just pulls it down, makes good decisions with the football, and he's able to pick up ground with his wheels.
2nd down and 2. Smith was inside and now moves out. Dalaba is at the H-back position here, turns off Brown. Brown not able to get much here, I don't think.
Yeah, ran right into the heart of that PG defense and just not a whole lot there. I believe Kendrick Smith, first defender there for Pleasant Grove.
Kendrick Smith scored 36 points on the Raiders before dropping the mic and walking out of the gym. Remember that? Brandon?
Yeah, that was an interesting out in at Pine Tree when they faced off in the basketball playoffs.
So 3rd down and 2. This could be the last play of the quarter. Turn, Maupin keeps it himself. He's going to get the 1st down. Has to grasp the ball and gets the 25-yard line, and that'll be the end of the 1st quarter.
Quarterback counter on 3rd and 2. Raiders get the 1st down as we start the 2nd quarter.
And we'll be back here on Raider Media for the 2nd quarter right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone: dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
So up front, we got Eastman, Bracino, O'Gwen, Burleson, and Equu. On the far side, we got the Griffin brothers, and now a big giant shift. Griffin's moved from left to right. Here now turns, fakes, hands off to Cross. Cross gets absolutely pounded there for maybe a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, he ran into a wall as he turned up.
Yeah, it looked like Henry Smith maybe on the tackle.
They're going to say no gain.
No gain on that play. This is a fantastic defense, guys. Go look at what they've done this year, and you're going to be like, wow. I believe the looking to see if I could find this here, but no, I don't have it.
2nd and 10.
2nd down, 10. Here's Maupin, looks over right side. He's going to throw it to no man's land, and
another miscommunication. That's twice already. You just don't see that
Gardner,
a whole lot. Yeah, you don't see that a whole lot from the Raiders, but that time, again, Maupin thought he was going to break to the corner, and Gardner went to the middle of the field. And so 3rd and 10, Sunnyvale needs positive yardage here.
They do. Third down and 10, trips to the near side, including Gardner, Smith, and Paul Griffin.
Don't need all 10. Don't need all 10 here.
I might have got him on a jump off sides there.
I didn't see it.
There was a lot of movement up front. I really don't understand why we're not getting a flag right here. Right on top of the center, too.
Well,
I guess he was able to get back.
The officials are not saying much here, and they'll send in Pendiala to attempt a field goal.
Yeah, looked like the defensive lineman jumped offside. Good coverage downfield. Maupin pulled the ball down, but Pleasant Grove was there to stop him for only a 1-yard gain, and this is going to be a 40-yarder.
40-yarder, that's a tough one. Not a lot of wind helping or hurting. Of course, this is the one where it's easy to push it because you're kicking across the face of the goal. But for Pendiala, that one's absolutely true. And the new score, Sunnyvale Raiders 14, Pleasant Grove Hawks. Or Pleasant Grove Hawks 14, Sunnyvale Raiders 3. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Well, the Raiders finally get on the board, 14-3. They've got to stop Pleasant Grove Hawks here. Pendiala puts his leg into it and gives the Raiders their first points of the night, and now he's set to kick off. Suspect Pleasant Grove they bring in another man, Shallow.
Yeah, good drive by the Raiders that time. They needed the drive. They needed the defense to get some time, and they come away with points. You want 7, but they'll take 3.
You know, we were talking about that earlier, do you take the 3? I think, honestly, if they would have got another, if they'd have gotten 4 or 5 yards, I think they would have probably gone for it. I think the 10 yards made it difficult.
Yeah, 4th and 9 is a tough convert. There's no question about that.
Because you can't get, you're not going to generally get it on a QB scramble, right?
On 4th and 9, if everything breaks down, but, Pleasant Grove appears to be playing a lot of zone, and it's hard to bank on quarterback scramble into a zone defense.
So here's the kick by Pendiala. Puts his leg into it. They're going to bring this out, Doug. Nope. Kneel down in the end zone.
Yeah, good decision there by the PG return man. He was actually backpedaling, fielded about 3 yards in the end zone, and takes the knee. The Pleasant Grove has been really patient. They've converted a couple, 2, 3 third downs, a couple 4th downs, and now it's up to the Raider defense. The Raider defense is really not giving up the big play other than that 4th down. But now they need a stop to put the ball back in their offense's hands.
Yeah, Colt Yancey so far is 9 for 11. He's got 112 yards. He had the 36-yarder down here and then the 32. So that last possession was a couple big plays, but we'll have to see. And that's going to be – they're going to have to get a stop or two.
A 5-yard illegal procedure penalty on the Raiders on the kickoff.
Oh, okay.
And so they're going to march it out to the 30, and that's where PG will set up.
So 1st and 10. The quarterback, Yancey, turns, going to throw it out right side again, just right out in front of the Raiders. They're going to be content with that, taking what the defense gives them.
Yep. Just again another fast screen. They tag it. Either he has the option of pulling the football or handing it off. And again, with the positioning of the Raider corners, they just are not able to come up quick enough. And you break one tackle, you've got a 10-yard gain and a 1st down.
So Yancey, the transfer into Pleasant Grove, thought last year after their quarterback graduated, that would be the one part that would be maybe a bit of a weakness for them. They had a lot of guys returning but one was not their quarterback, as well as Logan Jackson.
Inside run that time by Pleasant Grove. Just an inside zone. Yancey hands it off that time, picks up about 7. Grayson Smith on the tackle for the Raiders. You know, you've got a light box. You've really only got 5 people down there, and so when they do run the ball, they're having success.
So 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Turn hands off. It's like they used the pass to set up the run. A little bit different. Oh, here's a bounce to the outside. Raiders got some trouble, and a nice job there by number 10 for the Raiders, stepping up and making that tackle. Is that Jake?
Yeah, that's Jake Ivey. That time, number 5, Kedrick Smith, really hits it off tackle and then just busts to the outside. Big yardage for the Hawks.
I think that was number 2, actually.
That was 9.
Oh, no. We neither one of us.
We just keep guessing, and sooner or later we'll
They keep rolling out different guys each time. Now, this is a new running back right here.
It's number 20.
Yeah, Marcus Floyd, number 26, as he goes around the right side.
He's going to pick up about 5 yards.
I mean, not to make excuses, but those gold numbers are difficult to make out on the white jerseys.
Yeah, no question.
So Palmer Gibbs is number 9.
And my readers don't work from that distance, I'll just tell you.
So now checking in is number 13. We know it's Nick Bells. I can see that one clearly because he's facing right at us. But what's been interesting about this Pleasant Grove team tonight is the offense that they've displayed. That has not been their strength this year. We'll talk about that in just a moment, but they have been really good defensively. 2nd down and 5. Here's the snap. Turn hands off. Oh, this is going to be a drop for a loss.
Yeah, that time they walked Gardner up into a blitz. Just brought another defender in the box, and he was unaccounted for. He comes through for a 4-yard loss. And guys, that is a huge play in the game. The way Pleasant Grove is moving the ball, 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, it's almost a sure conversion, and now that really changes the complexion of it.
It does.
2 of 4 on 3rd downs tonight, so we'll see what they do here.
So 3rd down and 8. Here Yancey looks over left side. He's going to do the pump and go. Raiders have a chance to get there. Here's the opportunity. They've got the ball, and the Raiders could not find it, and that is a touchdown.
That's Jamarian Richardson that time.
Man.
He just threw the ball up.
And Jake never saw it. And, Jake is chasing a guy that runs a 4.40, and, and that's a hard thing to do all the way across the field.
Yeah, you trust your receiver that time, and Yancey put it up, and Richardson just went and outran the ball really for the touchdown.
Yeah, it is funny. You watch a lot of football. You see places where one team is just kind of, just dominating the other. But in this one, it's like Pleasant Grove is just enough ahead of the Raiders here to make this one look less close than it is.
Well, it's still early.
21-3. That's right. 21-3. Raiders will get the ball here in Sunnyvale, Texas. We'll be back on Raider Media right after this.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
Back here in Pleasant Grove. I'm back here in Sunnyvale, Pleasant Grove. Hawks put another one on the board.
I hope we're not in Pleasant Grove. That's a long
I feel like your commute here was a slightly shorter than Pleasant Grove last year.
Yeah. So here's the approach by the Hawks. The ball's going to come down to Brown, I believe. Oh, he drops it. It's got to pick it up at the 4-yard line. He's in trouble. Uh-oh. Not what the Raiders needed. All the way back at the 9-yard line.
Yeah.
A little disheveled here.
Little bad field position. So, but let's hit reset. You've got 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Keep in mind, Sunnyvale does get the ball first coming out after halftime, and so you need points here.
Yeah, so in fairness to the Raiders on that, is Brown is not normally back there. And
Walker is.
Grayson Walker is back there, and he is being tended to
Well, he's running up and down the
trying to run
sidelines
now, isn't he?
Yep.
So 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. Cross standing to the right of Maupin. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. That's Harris going across the quarterback's face. Here comes Cross. He's going to lose a yard.
Yeah, that time Cross cut it back when he did. Really good, a team defense that time by the Hawks. The backside defense.
Well, as much as it
closed it off. So
actually, number 11, I won't say his name because I may be related to him, was supposed to slide in and get in front of him, and that guy just dashed inside of him, and he wasn't ready for it.
Courtney, I didn't say that. Okay.
I know. I got it. I mean, I'm not mad at him. He just wasn't anticipating the blitz and didn't get there. So here's Maupin. Looks over left side. He's going to throw it. This one's going to be caught. There's Hudson Leonard down the field to the 40, to the 30, cuts across the field to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown Raiders.
92 yards in the air.
Just a straight takeoff that time by Leonard. Nothing but a go route. He got behind the corner, and the Hawks were in pursuit, but they did not run Leonard down. And what'd you say, 92-yard touchdown?
92 yards. And really a good job of running after the ball. He had 2 guys in pursuit. It looked like they were going to close, but decides to come towards the middle of the field and, able to get this one in.
Well, on 2nd and 10, that was exactly what the Raiders needed.
Have plenty of time. So here's the snap, the hold and the kick. Pindiala adds it out of the hold of Jake Ivey. And the score is now 21-10. Raiders inch closer to the Pleasant Grove Hawks. So what I was telling you, let's leave it here right now. Let me just tell you what I was mentioning. Let me give you how this season's gone for Pleasant Grove. They gave up 2 points to Atlanta. They gave up 7 points to Paris.
The Falcons?
A very good Paris team. Yeah. We got Atlanta and Paris.
Falcons?
Atlanta and Paris.
Oh, okay.
That's Paris, France. Then Dangerfield, they gave up 7 points to Dangerfield, and then they gave up 18 in a loss to Kilgore. Now, that may sound bad, but Kilgore's the number 2 team in the state in 5A.
Right.
2 divisions above.
Yeah.
So let's just, Kilgore also beat Gilmer 66-6. Just to give you an idea, this year.
Yeah, Kilgore's qualities. What you're saying, yes, there's no question.
They are.
But that's exactly what the Raiders needed. If you don't make that play on 2nd down and 10, they're facing long yardage and the possibility of having to give the ball right back to Pleasant Grove. Game could have gotten out of hand at that point. Now the Raiders give the ball back to PG. But you're one stop away from being right back in this thing.
So here's the kick. It's going to come
flag.
down at the 1 yard line. Is there going to be another offsides flag?
Yes.
It is. Yeah, no question.
Watch out.
Here we go, right up the middle. Only one left is Pindiala. Raiders get down the field. Was that a block in the back?
It's got to be.
I think it's going to be a hold.
Coming back.
Yeah. He's going to score, but it is a hold.
It's going to be, yeah. There's 2 flags. One's going to be offsides on the Raiders. There's going to be another one back here at the
So that's Jamarian Richardson, and one of the reasons you don't kick off to him, right?
So are you saying that when a team has a 4-star that has more than 40 D1 offers, you're saying you don't kick it to that person?
I would try not to.
Okay, I wasn't positive what you were saying.
I would try.
He's one of the fastest. He is, just so you know, he's one of the fastest players that the Raiders have ever played. And he did a nice job there.
Well, he's the fastest kid on the field tonight. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's for sure. So
yeah, it's going to be offsetting.
It's
won't it?
offsetting. I believe you're right. I think they're going to have to kick it again.
Should be. Now I don't know if they'll mark off the hold and then the 5 yard for the. That may be how they play this.
They're going to do a hold and then give them 5. Is that what they're going to do?
And then give them 5 back. I'm assuming.
Okay. Well, that's what you're right. That's what it looks like.
Well, they're talking to Stuts right now. I don't know if they're talking to him. It looks like he's kind of questioning the offside call, but they did call it. So
I saw it. We were a good foot over the line before the kick.
But you could kind of see that thing happening in front of you. They're calling illegal procedure again and then holding. Yeah. So they're going to offset, kick that thing again. might be advised to just go ahead and pooch it. if you cannot guarantee that it's going to get in the end zone, Richardson is just he is a dynamo. You know, we coaching story. We had played Pittsburgh for 3 years and had their punt returner was dynamic, and for 3 years I would walk down about 35 yards and I would tell our punter, just punt it to me. We're not punting to the kid. His senior year, he walked over and he said, "Are you ever going to punt me the football?" And I said, "Do you promise not to return it for a touchdown?" And that was the entire exchange, and the punter again kicks it to me about 35 yards. So,
yeah,
we took the get. I have no idea why they're visiting this long, but
so I guess their
officials are not paid by the hour, guys. I'm just telling y'all that.
Yeah, Ray's going to have to kick it again. I don't know that there's another option here, is there? I mean, I don't think there's a way unless one of the teams declines the penalty, which you know the Raiders aren't going to.
No, they wouldn't decline that. I would, again, I think maybe the only thing they're discussing is, do you mark off the 10 yards and then the 5? But
can you do that? Is that
well, so sequence this, right? If he gets tackled at the 30-yard line, and then they'll mark off the 5 yards for the offside, or if it is the hold, they're going to push it back 10 yards. So I guess it's feasible, and they're still discussing it
with Coach Gibson.
Yeah, if they delay much longer, they're going to have to re-stretch. They really are. Everybody's going to have to get warmed up. I know I'm getting cold up here.
So we'll try it again. I think Pendiala said, not that ball again. Let's try a different one.
Bad things happen to that ball.
So was that one number 1 or number 2?
It was 2.
Okay, so 1 is back there now. 2's not even back there.
Well, he's out of breath. He just had a 110-yard sprint.
Yeah, you're like, we got to have you on offense. It's probably true.
And they don't anticipate being the ball being kicked to the 5-yard line again. I don't think so.
Well, once again, your objective is not to let them catch it on the run at the 25 either. So here's Pendiala with now a really high kick, going to be fielded at the 21-yard line. Look out here. Tries to get to the outside. Raiders in that area. Ben Griffin gets a hand on him, and now over that left side.
He's going to get out past the 40 to around the 45-yard line.
Wow.
Couple missed tackles along the way.
Well, I don't love that. That's what I was saying a minute ago. You just can't be pooching it to the 25-yard line if it's not going to be super, super high.
Brandon, I don't know if I got the return number. I thought it was number 25, Henry Smith. Nice return for Pleasant Grove. Out to
13, I think, is who that was. Yeah, so Nick Bells.
So 1st and 10 now for Pleasant Grove. It's the longest break that the Raider defense has gotten, I guess, because that's positive. So 1st and 10 now. Colt Yancey calls for the ball. Looks over left side. Now wants to go right up the middle. Raiders not able to get there. He's open. That's going to be, just out of his reach. And
well, they decided to take a shot, see if they could get Richardson his touchdown back. He ran a post route, and he had a step on Brown, who was the defensive back.
Yeah.
But the ball was just overthrown. That time, no RPO. They just decided to take a shot. And it does fall incomplete. Best news is it's 2nd and 10.
You saw it was max protect as well. It was just basically give him enough time to throw that. Here turn, looks over right side, is going to throw it in front of Bowles. Bowles misses the tackle, and this is going to be a 1st down. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I think the Raiders are going to get a penalty for a late hit on the far sideline. Pretty questionable. But I do think it's.
I thought Helton was. I mean, I get it. The guy's standing half in bounds, half out of bounds.
Well, and you're pursuing to get to the football. He had already broken a couple tackles. But that penalty is going to push the ball down around the 32-yard line. Again, Pleasant Grove goes back to what they've had a lot of success with tonight, just that underneath throw and catch, and they're going to get 15 tacked on there.
Yeah, and we've got to tackle better out at the corner position. I mean,
well, a lot of that fast screen game is predicated off that, right?
Right.
It's just try to put them in a one-on-one situation and try to break a tackle.
Yeah, they're actually switching now and moving Klein Becker over there. Here's the turn quarterback keeper over that right side, and I believe Drew Gardner has snuck up there, as well as number 3, Caden Lucas.
Yeah, Gardner comes up from a safety position. A little different look that time. Not a quarterback power. It just looked like a quarterback zone, straight direct snap to the quarterback, and he pulls it down. Only gets about 3, but positive yardage nonetheless.
So 2nd down and 7 on the Raider 29-yard line. The Raiders really need to stop here.
Oh, there's
haven't had one tonight.
No question.
Scored a touchdown every time they've had the ball. Here now right up the middle. That's not how you get one. Gardner's going to make the tackle.
Well, that time Gardner makes the tackle, and when your free safety is making the tackle while he's back on the hash, that's never good.
Yeah, Palmer
he picks up about 11 yards that time.
Yeah, Palmer gives the junior running back.
And by the way, if Gardner does not make the tackle, then it's a touchdown. They just played a numbers game. There were 5 in the box, and they went helmet on helmet, and good yardage on first down.
Ethan Walker and Selah Smith now in a tackle. 3 receivers out to the far side, 1 to the near. So Colt Yancey now is going to turn. This ball is going to be.
Oh, that's what they needed. They did not.
The Raiders got it. I think they did get it. They got it.
Exactly what they needed.
That's what you needed if you're the Sunnyvale Raiders.
Couldn't really tell. Brandon, what happened with the snap?
I was looking down. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was actually looking downfield, kind of seeing what was going on, and don't know if the snap came in low or what, but whatever happened, turnover, and so exactly what the Raiders needed in that situation.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders now on the 32-yard line. I thought for a minute that Smith was going to pick it up and run it, but
yeah, I think he was kind of thinking scoop and score there. Game like this, you got to get down on that.
You do. So 1st and 10 now. Cross stands in pistol formation behind Maupin. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. That's Harris across the face of the quarterback. He's going to turn, hand it over to Cross. Cross makes a man miss. Gets up. Oh, my goodness. I thought he was still alive there.
Yeah, they quick whistled it. It may have been that he got knocked down, but on top of one of the Pleasant Grove
I thought
defenders.
He got a hand down, but
pick up
so
about
here's
4.
the snap. Turn, hands off, cross over that left side.
Not
Nobody,
much there.
Nothing there.
Yeah, not much that time.
Raiders not blocking. They're getting blitz or something, but there was.
Well, not blitz. You've got 2 men, grown men there at defensive tackle.
No doubt.
46 Zion Lewis at the nose guard he's quite a load.
Maupin calls for the ball. It's a tight formation. Near side. Maupin wants to throw it over to the near side. That one's going to be. Oh, my goodness. Paul Griffin drops the ball. That looked like it was.
Yeah, he bobbled it for a count, and when he did, he got unloaded on by number 15, Jalen Foster.
He was at least a step or 2 out of bounds when he got hit. I don't know how they don't throw the flag there.
And the coaches are talking to him about it. The coaches are absolutely ticked about it.
Well, he
got hit hard.
Yeah, it's 4th and 6. The Raiders are going to have to punt in this situation.
So 4th down and 6. Thought that Griffin might be able to haul that one in. It was a little bit low, but you got to make that play. Uh-oh, here's
Not a great
trouble.
Snap.
And a nice job there by Pindiala, letting this ball roll. And, oh, my goodness, Stuts picks it up before he has to. But
well, it's better than going in the end zone right there.
Right.
It's inside the 10.
Well, the snap came in high, but Pindiala just kept his composure, pulled the snap down, and just a great punt. 4:02 to go. Pleasant Grove leads 21-10.
Yeah. 21-10. You at least you flip the field. You got to take the good with the bad.
Well, and Pleasant Grove had the ball inside around the 25-yard line, so really pushes them back here after that punt. Sunnyvale needs a hold before halftime. They cannot give up a touchdown here and go in 28-10.
You're right. So here's the snap for Pleasant Grove. Looks right over the middle. This one's going to be caught. It's going to be, I believe, enough for a first down. And number 61, Walker, comes in and makes the tackle from behind.
Yeah, nice hustle play there by Ethan Walker. The receiver catches the ball, just kind of curls up, inside receiver for about 8 yards, and the Walker just absolutely comes out of his defensive tackle position and chases the play down.
So first down and 10. Here's the snap. Looks over right side. He's going to throw that little quick screen to the outside, and Raiders going to push him out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Hey, I want to tell you guys from earlier in the ball game, we've had some people go back and watch it and said the pass was clearly backwards earlier. Just so you guys know. Not that it matters. Second down and 3 for Pleasant Grove. 3:03 remaining in the half. Here's the snap. Looks, they're going to run that ring out play. Let's see if the Raiders can make the tackle. My goodness, do not close on him quite like they want to.
Well, really good defense by Grayson Smith. He strung the play out, but
got to have some help from the inside.
Yeah, when the ball carrier turned it back inside, there wasn't anyone there, and Pleasant Grove picks up another first down. 2:42 to go in the first half. Clock moving. Pleasant Grove with 2 timeouts left.
So first and 10. Man in motion. Yancey looks over that right side, wants to throw this one deep.
That could be picked.
Oh, Walker just off his hands. Had the pick.
Really did a nice job. Grayson Walker back in the game. Did a nice job breaking on the football from his safety position. And it just
that was a pick.
Off his hands, falls incomplete. That one would have been a big play as well.
So second down and 10.
Nice job by the free safety, though, breaking it up. I thought the receiver had a chance to make a big play up the sideline.
Yeah. 2 receivers wide side, 2 to the near for Yancey. There's going to be a timeout on the field. I believe the Raiders are going to call it. Something that Coach Stuts didn't like. And so with 2:24, we're going to take a break here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Back here at Raider Stadium, Raiders trail at 21-10 to the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Number 2 versus number 6 in the state matchup. Raiders letting a couple of opportunities go, but you know that's what happens. I'm sure Pleasant Grove feels the same way.
Pleasant Grove's defense has risen up and played well. Really, the big play of the Raiders on the night was the pass to Leonard. But other than that, Pleasant Grove has held Sunnyvale fairly much in check.
They have. Second down and 10. 2 receivers wide side, 1 to the near. There's the snap for Yancey. Surveys the defense, sees what he likes. Looks over to the left side. Raiders get just a little bit of pressure.
Shot.
Here he goes, another bit of shot. That's got to be over his head, doesn't it? Yeah, I was thinking to myself, there is no way that ball can be caught.
Well, Yancey's got a good arm, but he's using 100% of it, and he needs about 90% on that one. So.
That's happened twice to him now. This is a huge play. Right here, this is a absolutely massive play, guys.
Yeah, third and 10, 2:18 to go. Sunnyvale would have the opportunity to get the ball back if they can force a stop here. See what what Pleasant Grove's gonna call up. Probably not their fast screen game at this point.
There's the snap. They're going to just hand off. They're going to run a draw play right up the middle. Oh, my goodness. Stephon Wilson not able to make the play, but the Raiders going to stop him, and that's huge. And he goes out of bounds. So they're going to have to punt. There's no way you can go for it on your own 36-yard line, not with that defense.
No, I thought Bells had an opportunity to go ahead, go up the field to get the first down, but when he bounced it toward the sidelines, Sunnyvale was able to rally, force him out, and a big stand by the Sunnyvale defense.
Now, with 2 guys deep for the Raiders, this is an opportunity for a fake punt. But I don't know who's punting.
They're missing somebody.
Yeah, number 16, Riley Harris coming in. Here's the snap. Raiders just going to get away from it, I think. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, this one's going to roll for a while,
A
too.
long way. So now if you're the Raiders, you got to play this one smart. You got the ball. I mean, boy, that was just.
Well, it does change your thought process some. You've got 2 minutes, right at 2 minutes left. The clock will stop for the 2-minute timeout. But the Raiders only have 1 timeout of their own.
So you can throw it here on this first down. It doesn't matter.
You could throw it or run it.
Right, but I'm saying, depending on if you're trying to score here, you're trying to run out the clock, is what I'm getting at.
Gotcha.
So you got Peanut Cross standing next to Moppin. On the far side, you've got Leonard, Gardner, Smith, and Griffin.
I'm inclined to say not run out the clock, but you've got to be smart with
I think
football.
you throw it on first down.
Quarterback draw.
They're going to run a quarterback draw. Here's Moppin over that left side. He's going to get some yardage, and that's going to be the 2-minute warning. And Kendrick Smith is down. So that's a 2-minute warning. We'll be back here at Raider Stadium. Raiders Trail at 2110 on Raider Media. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30.
Well, we're going to come back here. We'll get some more of that Sea Life commercial at halftime, but we wanted to get back to play. So Moppin changes the play here. 2nd down and 7. Here's the snap. It's over near side. He's going to throw it out. This one's caught to Smith. This one's going to be out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and a nice job there.
Yeah, square out route by Smith. They've run that a number of times this year, and Moppin puts it on him for a Raider first down. Went out.
There's another one to Smith, and that's going to be another first down.
No, it's actually going to be a little.
Oh, they're stopping it. They're stopping the clock.
They did mark it.
There's 1:42 remaining. There's a fake to Cross. Looks over near side. This one's going to be thrown to Cross. Cross is going to make the catch, but he stays in bounds. Raiders got to move quickly now.
He made a great catch. The ball was actually thrown a little high. Peanut went up and caught it and just landed inbounds.
Right. 2nd down and 5. Ball's on the 45-yard line. Raiders now look to throw the out route. This one caught to Griffin. Ben Griffin with the catch up ahead at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, going to be 3rd down and about 2. Interesting play selection here, but the clock would stop after the first down, so you do have quarterback run in play if you want it.
Yeah, and take your time here. This is where you take your time. I guess you don't want them to be able to replace anybody either. Uh-oh, here's trouble. Oh, nice job there by Maupin. He gets the first down, and that'll stop the clock.
Yeah, he was hit in the backfield and just broke a couple tackles, kept his balance, and Sunnyvale gets the first down.
Yeah, only one time out here. There's the snap. Turn hands off cross right up the middle. He's going to keep his legs driving. He's going to get to the 41-yard line, and the Raiders.
Incredibly important drive, guys. If Sunnyvale can score here.
Burleson has to get up here. Raiders, you got time. Take your time. Run the play.
He's got him in the middle.
Here's in the middle of the field. That's got to be a holding. Yeah, he's going to call it. Big play right there.
Yeah, I think it's actually going to be pass interference.
Yeah, with the ball in the air.
It should be the 15-yard.
Yeah, the ball was in the air.
Yeah, they're gonna lobby for uncatchable, but it's going to be PI for sure.
So it's going to be
I think there's agreement in the stands here on the home side.
Not shocking. So they're gonna, Sunnyvale scores here. Yeah, they go in at halftime 21-17. Keep in mind the Raiders get the ball coming out the second half.
Yeah, anything at all here would be nice. Two receivers wide side, two to the near. Timeout, Hawks. We'll take it with them here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
So it's a 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 6-yard line.
All kinds of time. 37 seconds. Sunnyvale has 1 timeout left. And so, really you've got your whole playbook in front of you. In my opinion, best drive of the night tonight. They've been crisp, quick passing game, and Sunnyvale's been able to take the ball down the field. So
1st and 10 for the Raiders. Cross still in the backfield near Maupin. They're now in the bunch formation. Let me see your pencil real quick. So Maupin calls for the ball. Fakes it to Cross. Looks over near side. Is going to throw it out to Cross now. Cross over that right side. Is going to head down goes out of bounds at the 22-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup.
Well, he faked the ball to Cross. There was really nothing there, and just checked it down to the running back. Positive yardage. Again, probably already in field goal range, but you want more than 3 in this drive.
If you could by chance get it, that would be great. You do have as long as you have that timeout in your pocket, you still have the whole field. I'd like to get a 1st down here.
Look like you've got man-free coverage.
Oh, Maupin's got all kinds of pressure. He's going to throw it deep to the corner. That ball is going to be caught. How about that? A touchdown pass to Hudson Leonard.
Yeah, it was man-free. He ran a corner route that time. Remember, he was open on the post, got interfered with, but then that time he turned it up to the corner. Guys, we have a ball game on our hands.
Yes. Now if the Raiders can just hold for the last 28 seconds, right? Right, Doug?
I know what not to do.
Take your time if you're the Raiders. So here's Pendiala out of the hold of Jake Ivey. The kick is up, and it is true. And the new score, Pleasant Grove Hawks 21, Sunnyvale Raiders 17. We'll be back on Raider Media right after this.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We're always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
Back here in Sunnyvale, Texas, 21-17 is the score. Raiders pull within 4 of the Hawks, and now it's knowing that you get the ball to start the second half as the Raiders, you know it's super important right here to make this play.
Yeah, how big a sequence, just the last few minutes of this half. Sunnyvale holds Pleasant Grove. All really started by that punt, right, by Pendiala, pushes Pleasant Grove back. And then now, but I will say, Doug, they pinned the Raiders back on the 12. Was it the 12 or 13-yard line, Doug? That was a heck of a minute 30-second drive without using a timeout.
A great drive.
Raiders didn't even use a timeout on that.
Could you just have him aim for the 20-yard bounce or yard line? Just kick this out of bounds?
I think here you can kick it over their head. Because they're not back there far enough.
Yeah, and it's not number 2.
He is going to bring it out. Comes to the near side, right up the middle. Raiders make that tackle and just take some time off the clock. 21 seconds. Suspect with no timeouts, you're going to see PG maybe take a shot, over the top, you think?
Well, number 2 was not he wasn't in on the kickoff return, so it may be strategy that they do take a shot with him here. Now, you're going to have 5 Raider defenders standing back about 20 yards from the football on the snap.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. Colt Yancey can absolutely throw the ball.
Yeah, no question.
I don't see 2 in there. Let's see what they do. 1 timeout for both teams.
He hasn't been in a bunch on offense. Not that they don't have a full stable.
Here's a trouble. There's a play that's a bit of trouble. Come to the near side. Raiders are going to have to do it. Raiders trying to track him down the field. Here he is, pushed out of bounds.
All right, 8 seconds left, and he got the ball all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
It's hard to believe that that's what happened to the Raiders.
It was a fast screen, and he worked his way all the way across, broke a couple tackles. They're going to mark
a big guy.
They're going to mark it out on the 32.
Timeout.
Call timeout.
Okay, well now you know what they got to do here. Timeout, Hawks. We'll take it with them here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Well, the Pleasant Grove Hawks get into, well, maybe not field goal range, but they're flirting with it, that's for sure. They only have time. Now, that was their last time out of the half.
No,
yeah, it is. They called timeout. They marked it wrong on the board.
Scoreboard not right.
The scoreboard is not correct.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did call one on defense.
They called 2.
Yep, they called 1 on defense.
So here's the snap. Looks near side. Raiders not able to get any pressure at all. Here's the ball all the way into the corner. That's going to be incomplete. And that's the end of the half. And the score is Pleasant Grove 21.
Hang on. Their coaches are lobbying for
17.
1 second, and the officials have not left the field yet. They're lobbying. Their coaches are lobbying for 1 second. Pleasant Grove and the officials have not left the field. So let's check this out. I looked at the.
Well, he waited a really long time, and that ball's.
No, that's it.
Yeah, I think they are going to. Yeah,
that's
it's going to be halftime. Good.
Well, hey guys, you want to stick around? We're going to hear from Coach Menifee, the Sunnyvale Lady Raiders volleyball coach. It has been a fantastic season so far. You're going to want to hear about that. We'll be back here at Raider Stadium for our halftime show right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone: dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We're always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We're here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Back here at Raider Stadium, the Sunnyvale Raiders trail the Pleasant Grove Hawks 21-17. Been a good football game so far. Raiders falling down 21-3, but then scoring 2 unanswered touchdowns, both passes to Hudson Leonard, and the Raiders now have made quite a game out of this. But it's time now for our halftime show, where we'll get a little bit more about football in the second half of our halftime show. But in this first half, we're going to talk to Sunnyvale Lady Raider coach Kyla Menifee. She is the new coach of the Sunnyvale Lady Raiders. And Kyla, welcome to Sunnyvale, and how's it been?
Thank you. Glad to be here. It's been really good.
Yeah, what's been your favorite thing so far about the Sunnyvale community?
I would say the community in a whole, the involvement of the parents in the community. They show out and they show up.
Fantastic. Well, it's interesting when you talk about this. Tell us a little bit about your story, how you actually got here, maybe a little bit of your history all the way back from maybe where you went to high school, or grew up in high school, and then all the way how you got to Sunnyvale. Give us your life story if you can.
So I am a military brat. I grew up in Killeen, Texas.
Yeah. Okay.
My parents are both retired Army. I went to Carpers Cove High School, and then from there I attended Alcorn State University.
Yep.
And I played volleyball there for 2 years.
Okay.
I tore my meniscus going into my junior season, and so I decided I wanted to be a coach, and I just ended up finishing my college career at Mississippi State just as a student.
Well, Hale State, that's where my dad went.
Hale State, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm from Starkville. I was born in Starkville, Mississippi,
Okay.
so it's a hometown for me.
Okay.
Graduate.
You know Welch's Funeral Home?
Yes.
Yeah, those funeral homes that's my family.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my goodness, it's a small world.
Yeah.
Wait until I tell my mom.
Funny, there you go.
No, that's crazy. But after Mississippi State, I applied for jobs and got a job at Ferris High School as the head volleyball coach. It's right.
Yeah, right down on 45. Yeah, not far. As a matter of fact, the next Raider football game is at Ferris.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you're going to go make that? You're going to make the appearance down there?
Yes, sir. I am. I have to. And then after that, I was there for 6 years. Had the opportunity to interview here. Looking outside in, this place was all it is being inside of it now.
Yeah.
The kids were amazing. Just seeing them play and seeing them interact with each other, the parent involvement, seeing that, it was just like amazing. So to have the opportunity to interview here and then to actually end up getting the job here was like, it was God's plan, I want to say. For me, it was God's plan to put me here.
Well, that's awesome, Coach. Well, so now one of the interesting things is you came into a really healthy program. A lot of times when you have to make one of those moves, it isn't – a lot of times it's like, okay, they've been good in the past, but they're not good, or they've just come off of a high, or, you know, a lot of times the negative situation. This is not that situation at all, is it?
No, sir. Which I'm not scared of a little work, of course, anywhere I go, but it is not that situation at all. We have a extremely talented senior group and an extremely hungry lower classmen that want to step up and help them.
And so every year it's been third, fourth round, those kinds of things. So that's a high expectation.
Yes,
Does that? You mentioned you're not scared of hard work. How about the intimidation factor of the Raider program?
If you understood and got to be around those girls, that should be the only expectation for them. They are beyond amazing at what they do, and they actually want to work hard to get there. So it doesn't make me scared of it because it's what they deserve.
So one of the things that always seems interesting when I get to make it out to see one of the games, which I do, you know, a couple times a month. One of the things that seems interesting to me is that how small of a margin it is between like your third best player and your 10th best player.
Yes,
and is that something unique that you didn't maybe have at your previous spot?
Oh yes, of course. Having multiple players that can do the job is always a 10 out of 10. Like, you go some places, they have one major hitter. Here we have guns everywhere. So it's hard not to be happy about that. I'm ecstatic about that.
And the senior class this year does have some nice leaders.
Yes, sir. Amazing leaders.
Talk about each of them.
So we have Leah Devereaux. She's a leader on the court, physically showing everyone how to put the ball on the ground and hyping her teammates up, being the person they can come and talk to. I have Destiny. She is a middle blocker. Her first sport is basketball, but she puts her whole heart in volleyball for these girls because she knows she would want somebody to do that for her first sport.
Right.
Who else? Kira. I have Kira. She is my libero, which she did not play last year. And I tell people all the time, I don't know how she was walking around the halls and wasn't playing. She's stepped up in the defensive end, and she's done a lot for this team. Olive is literally, you can't stop her from smiling.
Yeah.
Olive is like the joy and I want to say the glue for our team. She is they look to Olive for a lot of things. Like, every day, Leah's person is Olive. So if Leah needs a minute and needs some help, she's going to Olive. And I have another.
And Chiora.
Oh my goodness. She's such a ball of joy. That's a talented young lady, just being athletic at all. Like,
if she wanted to play volleyball in college, she probably could.
She could easily.
But she's got track and potentially Olympics.
Yes.
In her.
I see it definitely in her future. But that is just like a full, well-rounded athlete, and she's going to give you 100% in anything she's doing.
So I don't even know. Haven't heard the result today against Caddo Mills. Know you shut out Farmersville 3-0.
Yes, sir.
On Tuesday. What was the result today?
We went 3-1. We are 2-0 in district.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, good. A good Caddo team. They came in and they only had a few losses as well. Raiders only 4 losses this year.
Yes, sir.
And those are to some pretty good teams and some pretty high-level competition. Sometimes you look at sometimes when you have a team like in 4A, the record can be really deceiving because you can play everybody worse than you as a 4A school or smaller than you, or you can play everybody bigger and better than you. And so it seems like you set a schedule with playing some really high competition.
Yes, sir, just for the quality of our girls, because if we want to accomplish the bigger goal this year, which is, of course, state, we're going to have to see those teams, and we're going to have to know how to handle those teams. So I want them always to play higher competition, so we are not shocked or scared of moments like that.
Well, fantastic. Well, we really appreciate you taking some time with us here on the Halftime Show. It's certainly been great to get to know you a little bit and look forward to covering you, of course, in the volleyball playoffs, and perhaps some here on Raider Media. We were just talking about that. Hopefully some of those listeners at home, and they are all subscribing. That's what they do. And by the way, those of you listening at home, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to Raider Media. It helps us in a lot of different ways and to get those push notifications out to you. But we'll let them know when that happens. Maybe the second time through district, we'll see if we can figure out some of those home games.
Yes, please.
Well, fantastic. Well, Kyla, just so great to meet you, and welcome to Raider Nation.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be here.
And that is Sunnyvale Raider volleyball coach Kyla Menifee joining me here on Raider Media. And we'll be back for the Sunnyvale Raider Band and stats from the first half right after this.
Be sure to catch the band tomorrow at the Pleasant Grove Marching Invitational in Hawk Stadium. We will be performing at 11 o'clock a.m. Soloist in tonight's performance for snare drum, senior Mason Hammond, alto saxophone, junior Elvin Braza, soprano saxophone, junior Gabriel Olivan, on euphonium, Schooners, junior Scarlett Bailey, and senior Jackson T. This week's section of the week is the clarinets. Veterans of the week are Eden Venable and Gordon Gibson, and new members of the week are Peyton Fields and Jacob Powell. We would like to thank the Pleasant Band Booster Club, school board, and administration for their continued support of our program. And also to all of our perfect sponsors, Leadwell, Dutch Reynolds, Red River Beef Company, Luke's Eatery, or Honda, or Hyundai, or Chevrolet, Lost Pizza Company, Chefs for Less, Texarkana Emergency Center, Ace and Sons Texarkana Overhead Doors, Livingston Trucking, Double J Supply, Cook Drywall, Go Hawks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Sunnyvale varsity cheerleaders. Varsity Grace, Henry Owen, Delilah Schaefer, Sarah Beth Llewellyn, Lauren Sloan, Ethan Daniel, Julian Gardner, Rachel Senior, Captain Reese Garber, Captain Will McIntosh, Sophia Tollinger, Elizabeth Anderson, Sarah Grace Thompson, Aiden Broom, Chloe Holm. Let's hear it for Riding the Raider. Soul. Hope Coffee, LSA Payments, Michigan Baker's Base, and Quick Pack. Select features the following useful selections. Summer by Vivaldi. Hostage Attorney by Slim Loops. It Is Well With My Soul, arranged by Ritual Fire and Dance by Manuel the Fire. And Let the Sun Shine by the Fifth Division. Music arranged by Dennis Yeats. Percussion arrangements by Michael Nation and Riley Ward. Get ready to sit back and enjoy soul as the Sunnyvale Raider Pride Band takes the field. The student leadership team would now like you to put your hands together for our member of the week, Give Them the Joy. The percussion member of the week goes to Messiah George. And our color guard member of the week is Celia Hernandez Rojas. Second of the week goes to the battery. And now, ladies and gentlemen, setting the Raider Standard of Excellence, Senior Drum Majors Ethan Blair and Sidney Walker, Color Captains Abigail Phillip, Suzanne Joseph, Drum Majors, the Indian Performance Team. Ladies and gentlemen, the sound of Sunnyvale, your Raider Pride Marching Band.
That's the Sunnyvale Raider Pride Band putting on a show here at home for the Sunnyvale Raiders. Raiders only have a couple of more home games after tonight.
Yeah, three state on the road.
Yeah,
and then once district play gets here.
So there was two on the road, three at home.
Yeah, then 3 at home.
And then we have road, home, road, home, road. And so that's crazy. It's crazy that we've gotten this far in the season that it's like, wow, we have now passed that milestone. Well, Brandon, give us some of those stats in the first half. I'd like to hear a little bit about how the Raiders are doing, both offensively and defensively. It might hurt a little, but let's give it a shot anyway.
Right, Raiders on the lower side of offense tonight, though they're only 4 points behind. 215 yards of total offense, and that's going to be 59 on the ground, 156 in the air. And that 156 is coming off, a lot of that's coming off the 2 passes to Hudson Leonard. He's 2 for 2, 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rounding out from the receiving end is Grayson Smith. He's got a pair of catches. Jaden Cross has got a couple coming out of the backfield, but that's going to total 156.
Ben Griffin has 1.
Yep, one for 3. Drew Gardner 1 for 6.
So, yep.
On the ground, we're looking at 8 carries for 36 yards for Jaden Cross. Peanut showing his horn or something else in the mic tonight. Casey Maupin on 5 different keepers. He's got 23 yards. I've got Aiden Brown on 1 carry, but no yardage so far. Now that's going to be compared to the almost 300 yards, so 296 yards of Hawks offense. 78 on the ground and 218 in the air.
Wow.
You know, one of the keys to me the first half was the turnover that Sunnyvale came up with around their own 30-yard line. Pleasant Grove was on the move.
Yeah, they were actually. They were in the red zone. They were close to between the. I don't know if it was the 10 or the 15, but right in there. That was a big play. Actually, I think it was on the 7-yard line.
And that was that was a big play in the game. To me, I think that the turning point, Sunnyvale was backed up on their own end of the field, 2nd and 10, and then that's when the 92-yard pass to Leonard took place.
So Silas Yoel set to kick off.
Not sure we've got our camera lady back just yet. Oh, there she is.
So here's the kick. It's going to come down to Gardner at the 8-yard line to the 10. Across the field to the 15. Better look out here. It's hard to get around these guys. To the 20. Now tries to get upfield. And you just got to take your yards when you can get it. They got plenty of speed out there.
So, and Drew Gardner with the kickoff return. Sunnyvale is going to come out. So I talked to Drew's dad at halftime, and I'm going to give a shout-out to someone. Drew's grandmother, Nancy, listens every Friday night. So Nancy Gardner from Washington, we're glad you're tuning in to Raider Radio, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast.
So here's my question. Based upon what we saw at halftime, should the Raiders go to almost that old run and shoot kind of thing? Is that 2-minute offense something they should consider?
You know, to me, their best drive was when they were operating fast, and I think that might be a consideration maybe later in the game.
So Maupin calls for the ball. Man in motion, though, across his face first. Going to turn. He's going to throw it out to him now. This is going to be Riley Harris over the near side. Harris tries to make a man miss, but gets lit up pretty good.
Yeah, good scheme there, though. Sunnyvale picks up positive yards on first down.
Yeah, 5 yards.
Yeah, Maupin pulled the ball from Cross, and then when he engaged Harris, he was able to give him maybe a 4-yard. I think they're going to mark it for about a 4-yard gain, but still positive yardage on first down.
So Maupin now with Cross directly behind him. Here's the snap. So over near side throws that out route. This is going to be caught by Smith. It's going to be close to a first down. Yep, they're going to give it to him at the 32-yard line.
Goes back to Smith on the out cut. They've had a lot of success with that, and they again connect. And David, you're right. They are going fast pace here.
Here's inside Cross, and afraid Raider might get a holding call there. Nice job there. I don't know if you call it a nice job or not, but I did think that Casey Ekwu had a hold of Kedron Smith, but he kept those hands inside. 2nd down and 4. Here's the turn. Hands off for Peanut. Cross over up the middle. He's going to get about 3 yards and There is a helmet off.
Yeah, Ekwu's helmet came off. He's going to have to come out of play. Big play here, 3rd and 1. Sunnyvale,
Yeah, and
they've started mounting a drive. They've gotten a couple first downs.
Yep, and Grant Butler's going to have to come in because Ekwu got his helmet off.
Again, 3rd and short. You can expect probably quarterback run game here.
Man, they got some big boys up front, though, I'll tell you that. Here it is, left side. Here's Moppin. He's got a first down, and not much more, honestly.
He got the first down and tried to break it around the end, but a nice, secure tackle. One thing about this Pleasant Grove defense is they do tackle well, but Sunnyvale is moving football.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 44-yard line. One receiver to the far side, 3 here to the near. Moppin calls for the ball. Here's the snap. Looks over near side's going to throw that out route to Leonard. Leonard's going to pick up, how many is that going to be? 7 yards.
Yeah, just a quick set there and a pass out to the left flat to Leonard. But you've got a Sunnyvale offensive lineman on the field right now.
Yeah, I believe that's Burleson. Well, we'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone: dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
So after the injury, it's 2nd down and 3. Man in motion back behind Moppin. Now over that left side. Not a lot of room here, but he's going to get about a yard short. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Raiders.
Yeah, right at the first down marker. Maybe marking just a little short. That time Moppin keeps on a little quarterback counter action and sets up 3rd and really manageable. Again, pretty impressive drive by the Raiders. Just working the ball underneath and a couple positive runs so far.
So now we've got, from right to left, we've got Griffin, Smith, Harris, and Hudson Leonard. Players look over the near side. Uh-oh, trouble here.
Yeah, that's
Raiders
big
in
trouble
deep
there,
trouble.
guys.
And honestly, you were going for it. It was just a bad snap, and that was a killer.
I'm going to tell you that is a killer. You go from 3rd and 1 to 4th and 6. The snap.
I don't know that the snap
seemed like it just caught Moppin off guard.
Do you think he wasn't expecting him to snap it then?
Yeah. But there was 3 Hawks in the backfield
right
as
now.
soon as that ball was there.
Right
and
now.
So even a good pass, I don't think you're getting out of that.
Right now.
Yeah, but sometimes something happened. I don't think the Raiders thought the ball was going to be snapped in, any of them, including.
Much better snap that time.
Here's Pendiala with a really nice punt. He's going to land.
Look at this.
Raiders able
Look
to stop
at this. On the 1
at
yard
the 1
line.
yard line.
What a great punt by Pendiala. Good coverage by the Raiders.
Give it at the 2.
Try to get a couple of those numbers.
Oh, they moved that all the way out to the 3.
I guess they're going to say that's where the Raiders first touched it.
Ethan Walker down there. Eli DeLaba, a couple down there in coverage and able to pin Pleasant Grove deep. So you wanted points that first drive of the second half. Don't come away with points, but you do accomplish something by being able to flip the field. And now Pleasant Grove's got a long way to go before they can think points.
So 1st and 10, they got some speedsters. So watch, they got a man in the slot. They're going to fake it to him. They're going to run the crosser run, and a nice tackle there by number 1, Gardner.
Yeah, Gardner, more and more, Gardner has been really rolling up from his safety position. Comes up in run support there. About a 5-yard gain, but it could have been much more than that.
2nd down and 5.
You know, 2 things about rolling that safety up. You know, he's not there for the ball over the top,
right.
but he can get there on the fast screen quicker.
Yep. Colt Yancey calls for the ball. He's going to turn, hands off right up the middle. Here's Gardner again, but I think he's going to have the 1st down. Yep, he is.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st down yardage. I think, you know, in the 2nd quarter, Pleasant Grove may have gotten away from the run just a little much, and they've had a lot of success running right at the interior of that Raider defense.
Yeah, they're huge. I mean, it's hard to describe the discrepancy between the Raider line, which is built for speed, and this squad from
maybe about 300 pounds. Is that how you describe the discrepancy?
Oh, nice job there.
Gardner again coming up on some sort of safety blitz fire there, and knocks the ball carrier in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
2nd down and 11.
All right, with your safety coming up though, guys, be susceptible here. You've got to kind of keep in the back of your mind, play action pass.
Yeah, that's assured. But the thing is, if that H-back blocks, he's coming downhill every time.
No question.
Looks out the out. Here's the out route. Now this time the Raiders make the tackle on the far side. Who's that, Becker?
Well,
nice job.
There was no blocker out there. Normally on your fast screen game, you've got an inside receiver coming out, but did not. And so now look at the situation. You've got 3rd and 8, and if the Raiders can hold here, Pleasant Grove's going to have to punt from inside their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, big play right here.
I'm going to have to maybe disagree with you a bit. So in the first quarter, they had 8 runs. This is the Hawks. And in the 2nd quarter, they had 9 runs.
Okay. Kept that balance.
So 3rd down and 8, 2 receivers either side. Look out for the quarterback here, Yancey. Likes what he sees here. Snaps the ball. Looks over. They're going to keep it himself right up the middle. Raiders going to try to stop him. They do. They're going to have to punt. There's no option here other than but to punt it away.
Really good defense by the Raiders that time. Yancey tried to get out of the pocket. And before he could make the 1st down yardage, I think that was try to get the number of the defender. I believe number 58 that time. Casey
Milligan. Yeah, got a hold of him. Wouldn't let it go.
Huge play there. Stops him short of the 1st down.
So that's going to make both teams even there on 3rd down. Each are 3 of 7.
Okay.
It's the 4th down where the problem is, where the discrepancy is, Brandon.
Yeah, a little bit.
Here's the snap. Here's the punt. It's going to be fielded by Gardner. He signaled fair catch. Didn't go up for it.
Fair catch a bounce.
Well, let me tell you what he just did. He saved about 20 yards of field position there.
And he called fair catch.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could call fair catch on a bounce ball.
I don't think you can, but Pleasant Grove honored it.
So, yeah, they blew the whistle.
Yeah. But fielding that ball there, it easily could have gone in probably another 20 yards downfield. But great field position for the Raiders, and really pretty much back where they were before the 4th down miscue.
Yeah,
the 3rd down miscue.
They do have Brown in for Cross. I assume just giving him a break. Didn't look like he got hurt in the last part of this. Here's Brown over the near side. Only going to kick a couple of yards.
Yeah, not a whole lot there. You got another helmet that came off.
Yeah.
It seems like about every 3rd play, someone's losing their helmet.
Ekwu just it's hard to really explain everything that happened there. Ekwu just absolutely could have got a roughing, but it's kind of like blocking too hard. Is that a penalty? Because that's what it looked like, was blocking too hard. 2nd down and 9. Here's the snap, turns, fakes, looks over left side. Maupin's going to have to pull it down. He's going to throw it now. This one's going to be incomplete to Leonard.
Yeah, was it, I think it was Riley Harris.
Yeah, that's trying to get to Riley Harris.
Yeah, coming in the slot.
It was going to be a hard catch. It was a hard pass. He saw it at the last minute.
Well, he had pressure in his face. He escaped the pocket to the left, and again had an edge defender come up. Ball falls incomplete. Sunnyvale really needs to capitalize on that good field position. So 3rd and 9. This is a play. If you think you maybe gain 5-6 yards, then you have to consider 4th down.
Here, Maupin looks over right side.
He's got Hudson in the middle.
He's got to run it now. He didn't have any choice. That's way past the line.
Oh, he's way past the line.
Way past. He steps out of bounds and then throws it.
Well, that
was lucky.
That stepping out of bounds saves him a penalty. That was should have been an illegal forward pass.
Yeah, they're going to punt this, and I don't blame them.
Well, the defense has played better the last couple series. If they have anything in their bag of tricks, this is a great time to run it. I loved fake punt. 4th and
but look
less than 5.
Look how spread out they are here. They're not even playing anything but the fake. They're not.
Yeah, it's a punt safe is what it is. So,
yeah. Here's Pindiala with the high one. This one's going to be fair caught. My goodness, that was a really dangerous.
That was risky.
Any kind of win at all, and that would have been a.
Well, both defenses have risen up. You had 38 points scored in the first half. It was really an offensive first half, and now the defenses have really come to play
in the 3rd quarter. Right, 21-17. Feels like the Raiders have caught up kind of with the speed and game plan of PG a little more, and PG hasn't done much different with the Raiders, but I think just. Hang in close, right? Hang in, keep it a 1-score game, and if you can do that, you're just a turnover away from something going away.
That's exactly what you want to do in the 4th quarter, right? Be within 1 score. I would anticipate play action pass on a shot.
What a weird! We got Raiders got a 5-man front here. Now lots of crazy stuff happening. Here, turn.
There's your shot.
The ball. Here it is, right over the middle. That one's going to be caught.
So that was actually the H up the field. So remember when you said when the H engages, the safety steps up. So the H released up the field. Good play call by the Hawk staff, and Yancey finds his receiver for a big gain. Now they're in Raider
in the Raider territory. Yeah, all the way past the 50-yard line.
Interesting play selection, but again. Sunnyvale's been coming up on that on the run game, and they took advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. H back over on the right side. 2 receivers here on the near. Turns, fakes it, looks over left side. Is going to throw the little stop route. Raiders trying to chase him down. Going to push him out of bounds, but not before about a 6-7 yard gain.
That wasn't an RPO. That was actually a fast screen. They pulled the tackle out there that time. He just couldn't get out there quite in time, but they did have adequate blocking out there, and he was able to make some positive yardage around 2nd and, let's call it, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3?
Yep. And they have made their living on those fast screens tonight.
Really important for the Raider defense. You cannot give up a touchdown here. You've still got this at a 1-score game.
So 2nd down and 3. Bell stands to the left of Yancey. Yancey sees his man open out in the field. Oh, and a drop over there. A beautiful strike there thrown by Yancey. And, boy, I'll tell you, the big receiver, was that number, can you see that number out there?
Yeah, 18, Camden Harris.
Yeah, Camden Harris, the senior wide receiver, is a big player. And, boy, he wants that one back, I assure you.
Yeah, it looked like, just kind of the classic situation that it's a stop route. Now, he started turning up the field before he ever caught the ball.
Now, this is interesting. If there's 2 schools of thought here. Either we're going for it for sure on 3rd and 4 and you try something big, or you try to run the ball twice.
No, you run it twice here.
No, never mind. Out route into the flat. Raiders try to make the tackle, not able to do so. He's going to pick up a 1st down over to the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
the 34, I guess.
Walker Wright, their H-back, they faked it to him. He just slid out into the flat, and he was hit right at the 1st down marker, but he broke 1 tackle and wound up picking up a 1st down. Now, Gardner's out of the game. He's come out for just a count. Let's see if they try to exploit the middle of the field.
Here now, turn hands off right up the middle. That looked like the ball came. So did it look like something came out there, like a shoe or a ball? Not sure what happened. And Raiders trying to rotate guys in.
Pleasant Grove with a little pace here. They've quick to the line.
Yeah, quick to the line of scrimmage. Looks over, hands off. Uses Bells on the carry.
First down, Pleasant Grove.
Yep.
They ran counter to the right. They're right back on the field. They feel like they've got something going here.
Here turns right up the middle. Raiders there.
Nothing real fancy here, just simple run game. And Pleasant Grove again, quick pace.
Yeah, they're gonna catch Raiders in a man on the field, I think. Timeout. Raiders have to call timeout. Yeah, that's exactly what Pleasant Grove was going for. Coaches next to us kind of clapping their hands.
Started running some pace.
Yeah, just ran some pace and just figured we'll just keep running at them.
Well, that big offensive line really starts rolling.
Hey, let's take a break here on Raider Media. It's going to be a short one here, but we'll be back in just a moment.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. For Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Back here in Sunnyvale, Texas, Raiders trail the Hawks 21-17. It's a good one going right here. The Raiders could certainly use some kind of turnover. Good job by the Hawks with some pace on this drive. Driven it all the way down the field from the 25 and deep in the Raider territory.
Yeah, they came out with tempo this drive. Sunnyvale had to call timeout, really just kind of give everyone a chance to reset.
So here's the snap. Looks over right side, double pump into the end zone. This one's going to be, I think he goes out of bounds. I don't think he's out of bounds. I think he's going to call him out of bounds.
No signal by the officials yet. They called a touchdown.
I thought he was out of bounds.
Yeah, they called a touchdown. Great catch on the far side, but probably won't get an up close on it. But
I thought that. So that was an over under. I think it was number 10, Jake Ivey, and I thought Ivey pushed him out. Honestly, I mean it looked like he carried him out, and maybe he got a foot down that we just couldn't see. But I'll be interested to see the huddle cam from down in that end zone, what that looks like. And here's the extra point. Boy, that was a bummer.
Well, 75-yard drive by the Hawks.
It's up and it's good. And the new score, Pleasant Grove Hawks 28, Sunnyvale Raiders 17. We'll be back right after this.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
Well, 28-17. Now the Hawks extend that lead, and now it's a 2-score game.
Well, that's what Pleasant Grove needed. The Raiders had gone on a run. Pleasant Grove was up 21-3 at one point. Sunnyvale had 2 consecutive scores, and but that really was set up by the play action pass. But then they started with some tempo and really got Sunnyvale on their heels. But now the Raider offense has got to answer when they come out.
So Walker and Gardner back deep. Gardner calls fair catch. Makes it at the 6-yard line.
Well, the ball comes out to the 25. The Raider offense has moved the ball the last couple times that they've had it. They were able to get it down into Pleasant Grove territory. 3rd and 2. It was either, something happened with the snap, but really a strong defensive play by PG. And now Sunnyvale needs that drive. They've got to come out, move the football. Yep. They've had success throwing the ball, especially some short games. So let's see if they go back to that.
Yeah, so it's nice to see Burleson back in the game, isn't it?
Yeah, no question.
So it's 1st and 10. Cross is back in at tailback.
Trip set here to the right.
Right. Moppin surveys the field. Here's the snap. Looks over the middle. That ball is going to be they're going to say incomplete. And let me tell you something. That was a pinball. Griffin hung on to it long enough, got hit.
Looked like it was going to be intercepted for a count.
Right. He got hit and got knocked out of his hands. It was a tight window.
Both sides
the
kind of felt
umpire
like
was right in the middle of it too,
Right.
and I think it ended up being a little behind Griffin there, so
And
not
he
really
got,
able to get
and
sure
he got,
hands
and
on
he
it.
got hit too, right as he caught it, right as it hit his hands, and it was going to be a tough one, that's for sure. And he fought for it, but got hit while fighting. Here, Moppin looks over, wants to throw the out route to Cross, and I'll tell you what.
Yeah, tried to release Cross out of the backfield, and just a really nice job by the safety coming out that time.
You know, Pleasant Grove just does a really nice job, honestly, of
well, it's good team defense, disciplined football. Everyone understands their assignment. That time, Jace Elrod came up, broke up the pass, and now you've got a 3rd and 10 situation. Yep. You cannot give the ball back to Pleasant Grove on a 3 and out.
Yeah, I get it. It's tough. 2 guys in the backfield, though. Now man in motion. Brown looks over
screen
side. Here's the screen to the near side, and they just have Peanuts number.
Well,
absolutely.
Yeah,
they
nothing,
absolutely
nothing
saw
doing
it. There were 2 guys there. It wasn't like he could beat a guy.
We'll go back to that same guy again, Elrod, the outside linebacker, just saw what was happening, slid out there, and he was there about the time that Cross caught the football.
28-17 is our score. Raiders going to have to give the ball back to the Hawks. Here's the snap. Here's the kick.
Yeah, that one comes off sideways.
Yeah, a little sideways here, and it's going to bounce out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
All right, here you go, defense. This is your challenge. You're down 2 scores now. You just left the field after some tempo, and you've just got to rise up. You've got to make a play here. A turnover would be nice, but if Sunnyvale wants the opportunity to make that play in the 4th quarter, they got to make a stand here in the 3rd quarter.
You're
guys.
right. Yeah,
They've got to.
You know, we call it a 2-score game because you have to score twice.
Really?
Yeah.
That's profound.
Just wanted you to know. Wasn't sure if everybody knew at home.
I told you he's lost his mind tonight.
That is profound. It really is.
Can you raise your both arms?
1st and 10.
Okay, good. No stroke.
1st and 10. Turns, fakes it, looks right over the middle. Here's the pass. It's going to be, oh, what a catch. A bobble and a catch. How about that? Number 11.
Jaden Scales,
the senior, with a very nice catch.
On a crossing route there. Deep slant off the RPO look.
They're going to hand this off. They're just going to hand this off right up the middle. You saw that coming. And the Raiders were not ready for it.
That time,
Gardner with the tackle.
Yeah, Nick Bell's Pleasant Grove continues. They're going to be right up to the line. They're running tempo.
Yeah.
Okay, they just subbed. Sunnyvale ought to have the opportunity to sub.
So here's the snap. Turn, hands off, right side.
Good defense.
Good defense right here.
Really good defense by the Raiders.
Yeah, it was Helton and
I believe it was DeLaba also from his defensive end
DeLaba,
position.
Caden Lucas was there as well. All 3 of them.
You know, one of the things that made that play also was the interior presence. Your defensive lineman got enough push. They wanted to try to run up right up the middle again, but it just wasn't there. Good play by Sunnyvale, 2nd and 9.
So here's the snap. Turns, throws over right side. Here's that quick screen again. Boy, make their living off of that play.
Again, you've got a blocker out there. Then you put your defensive back in a one-on-one situation. They make the tackle, but not before they get good yardage. And again, after the positive play, they are right back on the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 1. I suspect a handoff here. Yeah, right up the middle.
Great call, Pastor.
Nice job. And
right down to the goal line.
That ball's on the ground.
Yeah, they're going to rule him down, but he got down almost to the goal line.
They're going to run this right up the middle. They're going to hand off again. Outside touchdown.
Yeah, he's going to walk in.
Raiders tried to stop him up the middle, and he sees an opening.
Did you get the number, Brandon?
That's 26.
Yeah, Marcus Floyd.
Man, they just run so many running backs, don't they?
And you got to know there's a little bit of fatigue setting in on that Raider defense right now.
It has to be, yeah. So it's 34-17 with 43 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I've got rushing yards for 6 different Hawks.
That's incredible.
5 of which, not the quarterback.
And how many different receivers?
Gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
So the kick is up, and it is good. And the new score, Hawks 35, Raiders 17. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
I want to point out one thing as the Raiders prepare to receive this ball here towards the end of the third quarter. Doug, the Kilgore held this team to 6 points. Just want to point that out. Gardner's going to try to bring it out here to the 15. They're just so fast to the 20, to the 24-yard line.
I would like to see the Kilgore defense.
They also held Gilmer to 6 in a 66-6 game.
Yeah.
And then they held Carthage. Carthage only had 10 points on them until the fourth quarter.
Well, that's
what we're waiting for.
Yeah, a good or a great 5A program.
Yeah, a great 5. They lost in the state championship last year. So 1st and 10. 2 receivers wide side, 2 to the near. Actually, it's an empty backfield. Man across the face of Maupin. Maupin's going to throw it out to Harris. Harris is going to make a man miss, get to the 30 over that left side. He's going to pick up about 8 yards.
What a nifty play by Maupin that time. He got pressure immediately off the left edge, and he wheeled out, found Harris, and it was able to make something really out of nothing.
Here now is Brown. He's going to get a first down. Nice job by the Raiders to at least move the sticks.
Keep in mind the last 2 guys that touched the football for the Raiders are sophomores, Harris and Brown, and they got a lot of good football ahead of them.
And Grayson Walker and Bracino, 4 sophomores that play some.
No question.
Well, and that's the end of the third quarter. Hawks 35, Raiders 17. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this. Well, to start the fourth quarter, Raiders trail at 35-17. They do have a 1st and 10 on their own 36, though, so we'll see what comes out of this.
Need to drive for points here. The defense has got to be gassed after those last 2 drives.
Yeah, you sure would like to just let them have some breaks.
But you've got to have some points on this drive. You need a touchdown here.
Brown stands next to Maupin. Kaysen moves Gardner from left to right. He's going to turn hand on a on a spin move. Here is Brown over that left side. He's going to keep his legs driving, and Brown's going to get
nifty run there.
About 7 yards.
Yeah, about 7 yards. Little different look. They showed motion, and then they countered back away from the motion, and good job by the Raider offensive line.
So 2nd down and 3. Here's the snap. Turn hands off Brown over that right side, and boy, does he get absolutely lit up. I mean, it's just right on the no gain.
You know, we've called this guy's name quite a bit just recently, and that's Elrod, outside linebacker. So Aiden made a sophomore mistake. He tried to bounce it. When he did, then Elrod made him pay for it. And so you got 3rd and 3. Guys, this is 4-down territory.
You're going to go for it.
Yeah, this is 4-down territory unless, you get sacked or something like that. But any other results, you're going to be going on 4th down as well.
So Maupin calls for the ball. It's over right side. Going to keep it himself. Going to get a 1st down into Pleasant Grove territory, and at least the Raiders don't send their defense out, Doug.
Yeah.
I know that's a big part of it.
Not a whole lot happening downfield that time. Maupin he tucks it, gets 1st down yardage for the Raiders, keeps the drive going.
Yeah, bunch formation on 1st and 10. Maupin goes over left side. Mendes has no time at all. He's going to keep it himself. Maupin's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, great decision that time to get out of bounds. Maupin's a tough kid, but you don't need to take those extra hits there.
When I thought he had cross, now it was kind of late as they're rolling out this way. I thought he had cross release. That might have been.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
But
it's going to bring up 2nd down and 4.
One of the Pleasant Grove defenders is down on the field.
So we'll take a break here on Raider Media, and we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone. Dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
So it's a 2nd down and 4 after the injury. That's is that number 20? Is that Jace Elrod?
Yeah,
he has been all over the field.
Yeah, that's Elrod.
That's 21.
Yeah, that's him.
Yep. He has been an absolute freak. So bunch formation the near side. Griffin split out far to the right.
Yeah, you got man coverage that way.
Oh, here's a Peanut Cross. Jaden Cross down the sidelines to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, 10, inside the 5. 1st and goal Raiders.
Got to feel good for that kid. They ran him wide that time. He was able to turn up the field. He made big yardage, and Sunnyvale's going with tempo now.
So here's Maupin going to keep it himself.
Fumble.
No, I don't. I think that was he was on the ground, wasn't he?
Well, they're letting it go.
What's happening here? Because it's like
they are letting it go.
What happened there? He was on the ground, and their guy didn't even think it was a fumble.
Somebody scooped it up. They ran quarterback counter. Maupin was hit. The Raider coaching staff and our play-by-play guy thinks that he was down.
I thought he was down. I mean, because he's totally stopped. It's the quarterback. What are you going to do there, right?
Yeah, it looked like he was down or forward progress stopped. But Sunnyvale turns it over deep inside.
Oh my gosh,
Pleasant Grove's territory.
I don't even know what. Yeah. So 1st and 10 now for, you can expect a healthy dose of just running the ball, I would guess. Turn right over that left side. Number 5, is that in it? Is that number 5? No, that's number 8. I can't tell if it's 8 or 9. Palmer Gibbs, the junior. Oh, my goodness. Doug, how about that, huh?
Yeah,
felt really good about where the Raiders were. At least get some points and make it a 2-score game, right?
Well,
even if it was a field goal.
Yeah. Well, the touchdown there, I was already thinking, touchdown and
onside kick.
Onside kick. Yeah. Don't kick it to them. Just give them.
Yeah.
Try to keep the football the rest of the game, so to speak.
So here's the snap. Turn, hands off. Gibbs right up the middle. Raider defense is absolutely gassed. Lucas makes that tackle along with Stefan.
Yeah, the Raider defense, is tired. They have played a lot here in the second half.
Yeah, and all they're going to get is run. I mean, I don't think you're going to see Pleasant Grove pass the ball again.
Well, it would.
Well, I mean, they may pass it, for a certain thing. I think you're just going to. I think what they're going to try to do is it's a 3-score game.
Yeah, run the ball, keep running
get
the clock.
First downs,
and you are running the ball effectively.
So here's the turn, hands off over that left side. Smith with a big tackle.
Yeah, nice play by Smith. He comes off the edge that time, chases him down, stops him for no gain. Yeah, Sunnyvale needs a couple more plays like that so that they can get the offense back on the field.
No doubt.
Well, and now they're kind of moving away from tempo. They're
doing the opposite now. Once they get that
taking some time.
Once you got the 3-score lead, it was very clear what was going to happen here. You're going to see a lot of running. You may see a pass, but probably a very sure pass. Yeah, there it is, that little out route. That ball's incomplete. So there you stop the clock, and
the ball came in low that time. Probably, in my opinion, maybe Yancey's poorest throw of the night. It was a pretty simple 5-yard stop, and the ball came in low, incomplete, and now
I think they will throw.
They've got 3rd and 10 here. The play by Smith on 1st down really changes the dynamic of the drive. Sunnyvale's got a chance to force a punt from Pleasant Grove here.
So 3rd down and 10. Raiders look like they don't know exactly what motion they're supposed to be in. Turn, going to hand off right up the middle. Raiders going to stop him.
Yeah, good job by Helton that time.
I'm assuming you're going to see a punt here.
Yeah, you would definitely think so. Yeah, here comes their punt team. Good job by that Raider defense.
Yeah, good job.
Good stop there.
Man, you got to let it go, though, now, don't you? I mean, you got to get out there and give it your very best effort. How many players Raiders got out there? Okay, there you go. Looked like a lot.
Dual return men back for the Raiders.
Oh, by the way, I think you'll find one thing very interesting is.
Oh, that ball hits. It's going to roll down inside the 5.
So I just want you to know something interesting is the deep snapper for Pleasant Grove is the #1 deep snapper in the nation.
How do you evaluate that?
Well, you can go to 247 and you can find who's the #1 deep snapper, and he's the #1 deep snapper.
You're talking recruit.
Oh,
okay.
He's the #1 deep snapper.
I thought they were evaluating deep snappers.
Like how many yards somebody has. No. He's the #1 deep snapper in the nation.
Velocity, spin rate, all that kind of stuff. Right. I didn't know how it was measured. Well, that's something. Is there NIL money available for a deep snapper? That's the question.
Right.
Sunnyvale backed up to the 5-yard line here. You've got to operate with a little sense of urgency. Try to get the next score back as soon as possible.
So
this isn't just any burger run.
There's a deep ball thrown over to Hudson Leonard. Falls incomplete. Boy, honestly, didn't it look like that Harris was the play there?
Yeah, Leonard actually had the corner beat. Harris was running just inside the numbers, and it drew the safety back over, and safety was able to get there and help defend the pass.
So here's Maupin with Cross standing to his left. Here's the pass over the middle. That's going to be caught by Drew Gardner to the 25 to the 30. It's a foot race here. Look out. Gardner's going to be tackled up ahead at the 42-yard line by number 11.
Another explosive play by the Raider passing game.
Scales, yeah.
Maupin was under duress in the end zone, got pressure, found Gardner, and Gardner got away from the original tackle and about, almost 55 yards on the play.
Snap, fake. That left side here is Maupin.
I think he ran out of bounds before. Yeah, they're gonna mark him out
out of bounds. I don't understand what. I'm not really sure if you're Maupin, just chunk it.
Well, he chunked it. Tried to keep the play alive as long as possible, but he stepped out before he threw the ball. So.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just chunk it. I mean,
well, yeah, but I don't.
You don't think he knew where he was?
No, he wasn't aware of where the sidelines was.
Gotcha.
He was still looking downfield, trying to make that play happen. And really, situation here when you are down 18 with around 6 minutes. Yeah, he's trying to press the ball down the field all he can.
Second down and 14. Here's the snap. Maupin right over the middle. This one's going to be, just out of the reach of Harris. It'll be third down and 14.
Now, I will tell you that when it comes to Case and Maupin, I am incredibly partial. Just a quality kid, a good quarterback. And so I'm going to be hard-pressed to ever fault his play whatsoever. Just a super, super kid. So
what was that?
What's that?
Right. Was there some?
No. I'm just.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were thinking we were saying something negative.
No, not
that's
a
a
bit.
hard pass. He's under duress.
I was talking about the previous play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's Maupin over the middle. This ball is going to be caught by Leonard. Leonard's going to get, I believe, the first down.
They're going to mark him short.
It's a great sign for Leonard to have the night that he's had, for sure. We're going to be going into district play, and then more than likely the playoffs, and you're going to need Hudson Leonard to come up big. He's had that game tonight.
I don't know that I love this right here, but we'll see.
Well, it is 4th and 1. You got to get the first down before you can move forward. So
there you go. Well, I don't know that I love this. I mean, Raiders have not done well in this season. Here's that's going to be a first down, so I like it. I meant to say I really love that.
You really
play
love
call.
it, yeah.
I don't know. I just love the idea of having all that option, with everybody out there.
First down, Raiders. Clock's rolling. You're inside 6 minutes to go.
Yeah.
You want to get a score on the board pretty quick.
Yeah,
and
you got to
give yourself an opportunity to get an onside kick.
Yeah, you got to give yourself an opportunity. So 1st and 10 now. Maupin with Cross standing to his right. Maupin looks over left side, wants to throw it into the number 16. Harris into the end zone, score.
Harris right up the seam, and Maupin found it before the safety could get over there. Great pitch and catch, and the Raiders are on the board.
Well, you kind of begin to wonder if the Raiders aren't a little better in that 2-minute offense than they sometimes give themselves credit for. You know it?
Well, yeah, and quarterback makes good decisions, press the ball down the field.
Now, some of that is obviously Pleasant Grove is tired as well. Here's the snap. Like a Pindiala. I think he hit the field house. So the new score, Pleasant Grove Hawks 35, Sunnyvale Raiders 24. So you're telling me there's a chance. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Well,
here come.
Yeah, coming back here. You know, Pleasant Grove has got to be expecting an onside here. So
they do.
Yeah, they've got their hands team up. Pendiala's coming over to talk to Walker. Probably about where he wants that kick to go.
Yep. Wonder how you play it. I imagine these guys can play football. Well, they do.
Yeah,
it bounces right to him.
Actually got a pretty clean hop. And
yeah,
if you
right
look who it came to. So it came to the H-back, Walker Wright. You know, if you want anyone to field that onside kick, it's the tight end type, right? You know, big body, can handle a little bit of contact, but also has those good hands. And Wright secures that. So Pleasant Grove's going to get the football. Sunnyvale, if they still entertain a chance of winning this game, they've got to have a 3-and-out. They cannot give up the first down simply because they're going to be running out of time here.
Right. I will say the Raiders have put the most points on Pleasant Grove this year.
Well, I think I said in the first quarter this is the best offense Pleasant Grove has seen. So there's no question about that.
So 1st and 10. Here's the handoff right up the middle. Tailback, what a tackle. Who's that? Drew Gardner.
Yeah, that's
Holy
Gardner
cow.
from his safety.
I'm telling you right now, what is that? What number is that, Brandon? 20, what is it? 26.
Yeah, 26.
So that's Marcus Floyd, the junior, 6 foot, 185. And he broke away, and I thought, man, this is going to be a big gainer, but Gardner comes up and makes the play. So 2nd down and 8. Man in motion across the face of the quarterback. Going to turn, hand it off. Raiders with a nice tackle there by Smith. Finished off by Brady Woolston. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Well, when Sunnyvale really needed a stop, they've gotten 2 fine defensive plays. You know, the 2 third-quarter drives, they were really just being gashed on the ground, and now they've risen up. The Raider faithful that are still here, rising to their feet. They know that this is a big play and a chance for Sunnyvale to get the ball back.
Assuming you're going to have Yancey throw this ball.
I think they're going to take it down to
timeout. Yeah, they're going to for sure. And we'll take it with them. You're listening to Sunnyvale Raider football here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this. So back here at Sunnyvale Raider Stadium, here's the situation. There's 3:35 remaining in the game. The Hawks lead at 35-24. They have it pretty close to midfield, but it is a 3rd down and 7. They're going to need to get that. Going to need to get it here.
Yeah, commend the Raider defense for not giving up a whole lot on the ground and setting up this 3rd and long. I would expect them to be relatively conservative. Maybe go back to your fast screen look that you've had so much success with.
I think they may. Oh, they're going to run a jet sweep to the outside. Raiders try to push it deep. Stephon! And the ball is out. The ball is out. The Raiders have the ball. The Raiders pick it up. It's first down and 10. Raiders at the 39-yard line. And, my friends, it is game on.
Stephon Wilson comes away with a huge play. Just came across from that defensive end position. They tried to run the jet sweep.
Yeah.
Wilson not only made the tackle but forced the fumble. Brandon, who came down with the recovery? Could you tell?
No, I couldn't.
It might have been Caden Lucas. I'm not sure, but it was they ran Jamarian Richardson. That's their ace right there.
So you've got 3:28, 2 timeouts. You're down 11 points. A quick score here, and the Raiders are they're still in this, guys. They are still in this football game. Hats off to them for sure.
So here's the snap. Maupin looks over the middle. This one's going to be, just out of the reach. Hudson Leonard actually got to it. I didn't think there was any way.
He was actually doubled on the play. The safety had come over to provide late help. Maupin just got blasted as he threw the football, but somehow got it out there. And he was Leonard was one step away from coming down with that.
He almost dropped that right in the bread box between the two defenders, but just beyond the reach. And, yeah, I'm not sure how he got that pass off before he got hit.
So Maupin surveys the defense. Bump and run on the far side. Maupin is going to run it himself, it looks like. No, does a nice job of getting a first down and then gets absolutely smashed. You know, okay, in fairness, I'm going to tell you, I don't think that should be a penalty normally, but I feel like the way I've seen it called this year, that's a penalty.
Yeah, they just don't
hit him in the head.
They don't call that a whole lot in the high school game, though.
Here's a cross right over that right side. He's going to pick up about 7 yards. The clock is running right at 3 minutes.
You're thinking tempo. You're right at 3 minutes now. So you've got 2 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout. If you can get in before this 2-minute timeout, that's going to be huge, guys.
Second down and 3. Here's the snap. Maupin fakes it to cross. Keeps it himself. Looks over near side. He's going to run it. He's going to get a first down.
First down
at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, nothing.
Say got out of bounds.
Again, nothing really happening downfield. So Maupin keeps the football, and Sunnyvale is down inside the 20-yard line.
Now the problem is only 2:36 remaining. I might have burned one there.
No, you're good. You don't burn one on offense.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Don't burn.
At least you get a chance to have the ball
Keep
back.
it for defense.
They're Maupin over the middle. This ball is caught at the 1-yard line.
That was Gardner at the 1-yard line. You got to get quick up to the line. One of the Pleasant Grove defenders is down. That's going to be a stop and play.
Yeah,
but be ready to go when the ball is set ready, though. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it kind of is it's kind of a win-win there.
Yeah, Gardner caught it right about the 1-yard line. Thought he might get in, but he was tackled just short. And now Sunnyvale has the opportunity to score before that 2-minute timeout. You know, so that really that gives them that extra stoppage. So even if Pleasant Grove gets the ball back, you might even consider not onside kicking this time.
You go for 2?
Yes, you would go for 2 in this situation. You're down 11.
Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, you'd be down by 4.
Yep.
That's not going to help.
Yeah, you go if you score, you do go for 2. That means that you are a Pendiala field goal from tying this game. You know what an absolutely gutsy performance by these
so
guys.
Well, yeah,
absolutely.
Let's get in the end zone again.
Oh gosh, they've got this marked. Maybe.
I know it's hard to believe where they marked it. Honestly,
half a yard away.
This is when you wish
we might be 6 inches, maybe 4 inches from that goal line.
This is when you wish you could get a.
Smith walks in if he wants to go to the right, guys.
You're right.
There he goes.
You called it.
Yep. Yeah, you can see it up top. Now you go for 2 here. You go for 2. Get the regular. There we go.
Oh,
yeah, here goes 2-point play.
Get your best 2-point play in there.
You just run the same thing, or probably not the same thing, but
All right, you've got time. Don't rush this.
Yeah, do not rush it. You got plenty of time.
They are missing a wide out.
No, that's, yep.
Now you got to hurry a little bit.
You sure don't want to use a timeout if you don't have to. Yeah, you got 10 seconds. You got time. Take your time.
Oh, my gosh. I think Pleasant Grove just called a timeout and
did.
bailed out Sunnyvale.
Well, how about that? 35-30 is your score. 2:16 remaining. That's the situation. We'll keep it here, fellas. And so, first thing you do is you try the onside kick.
I don't know if you have to.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You do not have to, because you have a 2-minute and you have 2 timeouts. So you could feasibly, but I would go ahead, kick the onside kick. I don't think they're trying to score. So you kick the onside kick, you try to get it. If you don't get it, then they got one play in the 2-minute.
So you've got 3 stoppages is what you've got.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
you've got 3 stoppages.
So you still have to stop it. Same situation.
You've got plenty of time. Time's not the issue right now. What's got to happen first is you've got to get the 2-point play. Great call by our old faithful Krauska. It was absolutely you want to run for get the 2-point here. See if they run someone across in motion and see if they can create something in the flat.
Yeah, they're bringing the linebacker. They're going to rush him. They're going to blitz him. There's the the 2 ball. My goodness, Smith. It's right in his hand and he drops it.
Well, the ball was a little underthrown. He had pressure coming. And the ball was just a little bit underthrown.
Hey, listen, Smith is so sure-handed. Certainly nothing, no slight to him. I just called it. It wasn't really a drop. It was kind of a weird catch. And
so now you got to have a touchdown.
Yeah.
Now you've got to have the touchdown.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So now I think you definitely have to try to get it onside here now, because you can't just get want to get the onside.
Well, and I think you need to not kick it quite as hard as you did last time.
Agreed. So we went to the short side of the field last time. Is it any advantage to going to the long?
No, not necessarily. Really, it's my opinion. It was always the direction that my kicker felt like he could
kick it better.
Not only kick it better,
get
but
the best touch.
Yeah, ideally, what you want is that second big bounce, right? And so that gives your team time to get down there. It looks like they are lining up for the onside, and so let's see how this thing plays out. If Sunnyvale gets on it, we're just going to have to hold David Griffin down. He may jump out of this box, guys.
I might. I'd be excited if the Raiders got this thing, for sure. So here's Pendiala with the kick, hoping for the big one. Let's see. The Raiders get it. No, it goes out of bounds off the hands of Hudson Leonard. He was just moving down the field, and that was a great opportunity, not able to get the ball.
What a
bounce. Yeah. That was a perfect onside kick there by Pendiala.
Kick.
And honestly, Hudson was this is what's really funny is he was there too quickly. He had gone past the ball, so he was reaching backward with his body.
Well, it goes off that shoulder pad.
Yes, but on the kicking side, and he's going upfield.
All right, let's set things up. 2:13 to go. You've got the 2-minute timeout and 2 timeouts of your own.
Yeah,
you got plenty of time, but you cannot give up a first down here.
So 1st and 10. I can't imagine they would throw it here. They might throw it on the next play.
I let it go to the 2-minute timeout just because of that, guys.
So here's the snap. Turn, hands off right up the middle.
Not good on first down.
And not what you wanted at all. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Not at all what you wanted.
Now, you're still in it, though, okay? You're still in it. Go ahead, pop that first time out right now, though.
So, well, no. No, because they're going to – no, do not do that. Because they can throw a pass here. If you call timeout with 2:05, you leave open the opportunity for a pass.
Okay, valid.
So 2 minutes remaining. It's a 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 for Pleasant Grove. Raiders have 2 timeouts. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone. Dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together.
So it's 1st and 10 now. So grateful for all of our sponsors. Here's the turn, and Stephon Wilson in the backfield. Play's going to be made at the 45-yard line, and they're
yeah, Wilson. So Wilson again fires off the edge, hits him in the backfield. The last 2 weeks, the number of times that he's made that play for the Raiders, he sure is. And a 5-yard loss. And so with one timeout left.
They're not. I can't imagine they're going to pass the ball here, right?
No.
It might be great to do it if you know you can complete it, but what you want to do is now it might be different if the Raiders didn't need a touchdown, but the Raiders needing a touchdown here, I think that you're okay. You would rather give them the ball back with under a minute, right?
Well, so let's do the math, okay? So you run a play,
timeout.
Takes to about 1:45. You burn a timeout. They run another play.
1 minute.
And then they're going to get the ball after the punt somewhere around 50 seconds, right? 50 seconds. You're going to have to go 90 yards in 50 seconds and no timeout. So it's a tall order, but, hey, you've got a shot, right?
Nick Bells, the fine running back, is right there next to Colt Yancey. Yancey calls for the ball. He is going to throw
the football.
He is going to throw the football out in the go route. The Raiders, did they get him out of bounds?
No, they
timeout.
They said he's in bounds.
Timeout. Yep.
142. They went fast screen that time.
Yeah, they just wanted to make sure that they caught it. Raiders have to make the play right here.
But you've got it 3rd and 10, so 142. Sunnyvale is going to be able to, again, Pleasant Grove is going to be able to run it down to around 1 minute before they have to consider punting if Sunnyvale can make this stop. So, guys, when it was 35-17, would you have thought we would be here?
Right, no.
But again.
No. Well, you need a big stop right here. You need a stop right here.
But still.
I'd say so. Yeah,
would you have thought? Would you have thought?
Well, and then they come out, Pleasant Grove puts another touchdown. Like you said, when it's 35-17.
Yeah. But
it's one of these. The Raiders they keep playing. They keep fighting. They've gotten some things that go their way. The second turnover for the Hawks, it's been 2 on the for Pleasant Grove, 1 for the Raiders, which was a killer down here within the 10-yard line.
How different is this ball game if the Raiders score there? Now, once again, some other things, change about the game.
Different. Yeah, no question. All right, here's your 3rd down play.
Now, hey, watch this tight end slipping out here on the near side. If you're Bulls, you got to pay attention to the tight end. Here's the pass out to the far side.
Oh, he's going to be right at the first down yardage.
They're going to stop him.
No, he's short.
I think he's going to be
short by a yard.
I think he's going to be short. Clock's going to run. They're going to be inside a minute. And I fully expect that they're going to go for this.
Yeah, they're going to call timeout. Oh my gosh, that was kind of an interesting play. It was almost like that's all they had other than the run play.
Yeah, but
I thought the secondary might double up on that.
Austin Helton gets his hands on that guy and saves that first down.
Yeah, great play by Helton. So yeah, they're going to run it down to 1 second there. Call timeout.
I think we need another Stephon 5-yard loss. We should call the Stephon 5-yard loss play.
That's the defense.
All you need a no gain play is all you need here.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a quick break.
Oh.
What? Take a quick break.
I'll take a real quick
back
one.
Here on Raider Media right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
So 4th and 1 for Pleasant Grove. The situation is, if you get 1 yard, they might as well let them score. Not that you can score twice, but it doesn't matter because the game is over after that.
Well,
here it is
so
right here.
your play selection is going to be interesting here. Yancey has run it once or twice, but this is the football game.
No, I think you're going to give it to Nick Bells. I can't imagine there's any scenario. I mean, you can throw it if you want to.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're just going to run this ball.
They threw the ball.
They threw the football. I told you. I thought they might do that.
Well, they went back. They went back to their.
There was a possibility.
Game.
Yeah. And what number was that? Number 2?
Oh, of course it was. Jamarian Richardson caught the ball and went 30. Right at 30 yards directly into the end zone.
Well, at least you get the ball back.
It's going to change the final, but
it doesn't matter.
What a game
in that case. Well, how about that? So here's the extra point try. It's up, and it's good. So 4 for 4 on 4th downs, 3 of them resulting in touchdowns, right, Brandon? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. How about that? Well, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back here on the Raider Media right after this.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
Well, that probably does it. Of course, if you're the Raiders, you keep fighting.
Yeah, it's
Silas Yowell.
It would really complicate things here now. It would really
complicate 48
seconds though. Really complicate the math.
You do have
of it.
48 seconds. That's why I said you might as well let them score. So that wasn't completely.
You know, Richardson probably would have been better off to. No, never mind.
To go down.
Yeah, he's a high school kid.
He's a high school kid. He ain't doing that. But you're right.
Yep, 30-yard line. Raiders will start there. Well, let's go play.
Brian Westbrook did it once and cost me a fantasy game, but we won't get into that. So.
I have a Gonzo that I just held off on.
Both of you have been.
I held off. I didn't do it. So
I hadn't called him out, but.
Yeah. Okay. So here's a 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 30-yard line. Only 44 seconds remaining. Of course, you got to get a big home run ball here somewhere, somehow.
Yeah, and Pleasant Grove will have, they'll rush 3 and drop 8 into coverage in this situation.
So 1st and 10. Moppin. Going to throw it out. Oh, this is Smith. The flea flicker worked, but it's going to be enough to get to the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders there.
The hook and lateral.
Good job there, the Raiders getting lined up.
A really well executed play. Let's go back to it.
Yeah.
Leonard caught the ball on about a 12-yard hook, brought Smith all the way back across, and he lateraled to him, and just well devised, but Pleasant Grove rallied to it.
So here's the snap. Moppin. He's got nowhere to throw. He's going to throw it out of bounds in the vicinity of cross.
Again,
it's 3rd down.
It's hard to make something happen when you do have 8 people back, and that's the defense you're looking at right now. They're going to let you throw anything you want underneath, but try to press it down the field, it's difficult.
Yeah, you're right. They got really deep.
Should be 2nd down.
No, the Raiders clocked it.
He clocked it on 1st.
Oh, okay.
So Maupin calls for the ball. Over the middle, this one to Cross, and Cross gets absolutely leveled. What is it? What kind of craziness is that?
4th and 5. Got to convert here.
Pass for Maupin is incomplete.
Well,
that's
ball's going to go over on downs.
That'll be the ball game.
But
yep.
All right, let's talk about what a great team this Pleasant Grove team is, but what a valiant effort by an absolutely resilient Warrior team.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
it's been one of those, and really Pleasant Grove came up and hit some haymakers pretty early on. And, the Raiders stayed in there. It was not looking good early on. They got some things going, caused a couple turnovers, and, had a couple shots. This is a good Pleasant Grove team. They are big and fast.
Very
and it's
much.
definitely, and we've talked about it on the air for sure, the different teams they've played. And, they're good. But the Raiders – it didn't look too big for them.
Well,
they didn't look intimidated, and then it said, okay, well, guys, let's play.
They proved they belong, guys, is what they did. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that's an illegal formation. They're not going to call it, but it is an illegal formation. There were 5 people in the backfield. So the game's going to end, but a great effort by the Sunnyvale Raiders. They're going to wrap up their pre-district play 4-1. They'll take a bye week, and then they will start their action next week. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back to wrap up.
Yep, wrap it up.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Well, back here at Raider Stadium, Sunnyvale Raiders fall 42-30 to the Pleasant Grove Hawks. And, wow, interesting football game. Love to see the fight in these young Raiders. And let's talk first about stats, and then we'll kind of try to wrap up the game.
Yeah, so that right there is what looks what it looks like to see almost 1,000 yards of offense between the two teams.
Wow.
518 for the Hawks, 471 for the Raiders. 152 to 173. Hawks were more on the ground. 319 to 345. So led the Raiders there too, but both very, very close. Let's see, 18 first downs for the Raiders, 22 for the Hawks. Only a single defensive first down or defensive penalty first down for the entire thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Teams almost perfect on their fourth down conversions. Both teams about the same, 4 for 12 and 5 for 11 on third down, and really kind of across the board. And one thing that we talked about earlier was just the prolific offense for this Hawks, and we've got 6 different guys rushing the ball, and then we've got 8 different guys receiving the ball on all that. Now, so that being said,
the Hawks defense this year has given up 31 points until tonight.
And
they gave up 30. And they would have given up 31 had you kicked it,
and almost 500 yards of offense.
Right.
How just absolutely productive.
And that's what I would speak to. Well, you want to finish up there, Brandon, and then
sure, I can go. So Casey Maupin, he's 19 of 32 for the 319, so just under 60%. He had 3 touchdowns. His longest one of the big highlights of the game, the 92-yard touchdown to Hudson Leonard. 5 receptions, 149 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. Behind him is going to be 3 catches for 74 yards, Drew Gardner. 3 catches for 50, Riley Harris. 3 catches for 28, Grayson Smith. Jaden Cross had a couple. Ben Griffin had a couple. On the ground, Jaden Cross, good old Peanut, 12 carries for 88 yards. Kaysen,
nice to have him back.
Oh, for sure. Kaysen Moppin, 15 for 49 on the ground. Aiden Brown, 5 for 11, and Grayson Smith had the 2. 2 carries for 4 yards and a touchdown. And really, there's a lot of offense. There was 1 turnover for the Raiders, 2 for the Hawks. And really, let's see, I've got 6 penalties on the game, 3 for each side. And it was a good game. It didn't go the Raiders' way, but it was a good game.
I will say, seen a lot of Sunnyvale football, almost every high school game except probably a handful.
Yeah.
I don't remember a 92-yard touchdown pass. That may have been the longest in school history.
Maybe. The Godfather probably knows. We'll have to check with him, and we'll find out for next week. I want to tell you one thing. I want to give you kind of my wrap up here. I was actually out there checking on something and spoke to one of their coaches coming out there when there was 7 seconds left. And I looked at him and said, "You want to meet each other again in the 4th round?" And he said, "Well, no, first we got to get there, and second of all, you guys have a good team." And it was interesting that he said that because I do think they are not excited about the possibility of playing the Raiders again. Now, by the way, they would be because that would mean they would have beaten Carthage as the district champion. But, if they had to play us in the 2nd round because they, ended up being the 2 or 3 seed, they're not excited about it. So I think the Raiders did. There's no consolation in losing. But the Raiders fought hard in this one, and that's got to make them feel good. And I bet.
So here's the kind of the overarching, right?
Yep.
This game to me was it was for lack of a better term, it was the litmus test.
Yeah.
Can Sunnyvale, in the maturity of the program, these kids that have been so good for so long, can they play an elite program like Pleasant Grove, and can they play with them? And I think the answer is absolutely they can play with them. And so that's got to give them a lot of confidence. I'm hesitant to talk about December football. We still got to get into October football. There's a long way to go, but you've got to keep getting better. You got to stay healthy.
Yep.
But then there is an opportunity for this team to be able to line up and play some of the best in Conference 4A Division II. And I think that's a key, David. I really do.
I kind of like them having a bitter taste in their mouth going into district, kind of this bye week, to kind of think about it like, hey, we're going to go in. Of course, it isn't one of the stronger districts in the state. Let's just be honest about that. So that idea of this feeling of moving forward, man, it's just great that that they're going to have some things to work on. They, honestly, just kind of they're battered and bruised, but honestly, there's not really any injuries. My understanding is that Jude Miles plans to come back at the Ferris game, the first game of district, and so quite frankly, a lot of things are looking good for the Raiders, and certainly grateful for what we've seen so far this season.
So I talked to him at 7 a.m. this morning. Had an opportunity. Coach Stuts asked me to come in and share some thoughts, and one of the thoughts was. Somewhere along the way, people tell you what you can't do, and you have to overcome that. The analogy I used was a dog off a chain, right? And to me, these guys, there's no chain on them. Right. I don't think they're going to be limited as to what they can accomplish. Yes, Pleasant Grove is good. Yes, Carthage is good. You're going to see a good football team in Van or whatever like that. But this football team right now has the opportunity to do some real special things.
No doubt. Brandon, last thoughts from you.
Oh, no. I mean, it's one of those. I think it's one of those games, while it didn't go the Raiders' way, it's one that they can look at as we get deeper into this season and say, we can play with anybody in this state.
Right.
When they get down, when they get behind, it's the grinding that happens, and especially in those second halves, it's we can get back in it. You had a really good shot of it tonight, didn't quite go that way, but I think it's one of those that you can not hang your hat on as much as it's like, hey, we got through that, and when it comes up again, we'll get over that hill.
Well, so appreciate you for tuning in tonight on Raider Media. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do. That'll give you all the notifications as well as keep you ready to go when the game is about to begin. We'll be looking at some other sports. Buck Baskin will be making those decisions, and I'm grateful for him being a part of this. And so for all of those that have been a part of it, for the Godfather and all the work that he did, kind of pregame and what he does all the time. We're grateful for him. For Brandon Krauska, our producer, and for my color man, the old ball coach, Doug Williams, I'm David Griffin saying so long on the night of a Raider loss, 42-30. And we'll be back in 2 weeks.